You may take a break, not us. We never take a break. We're always on. PPRNradio.net. Music 24/7. He's not your average radio guy. In fact, he's not even average.
He's not even worth listening to.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
Hey! Yellow! Yep. Yep.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
It's not hard enough.
Giggity.
A very blunt person, unfortunately.
The Peter Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
A very blunt person, unfortunately.
It's not hard enough.
I don't even want to talk. She don't mean nothing to me. I don't want to see your face. She was just telling me. I just want to see you walking through that door. There ain't nothing else to say. Why we gotta do it like this? Baby. Damn.
Come home late. It seems you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder. Thinking you gon' get you some. Smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there where you came from. Day to day with you is always something else. Working my nerve. God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through. Cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, I heard it all before. All of your lies, all of your sweet talk. Baby this, baby that. But your lies ain't working now. Now, look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Play the fool before. Play the fool before. I was your fool. I believed in you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But your lies ain't working. Lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. Who's hurting now? I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. What were you thinking? Bringing her into our home. In our bed, you must have fell and bumped your head, messing up my sheets and violating me. About to call my peace and take it to the street. Nothing you can do, and there's nothing you can say that could persuade me to stay with you another day. You have crossed the line to
Get
the
it,
point of
girl.
no return. What you do from here on out, I am no longer concerned. See, I heard it all before. Let me explain, baby. It's not what you think. That's what you said to me. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now.
Shut you down.
Shut you
Had
down.
to shut
Shut you down.
It's such a good song, I don't want to turn it down. Right?
Right.
Listening to YBC for the past 2 weeks, man. I'm just loving it. I caught it all the way in Hartford today.
What happened? Oh,
Huh?
nothing. I thought something would happen, but no, everything's fine.
All right. Someone tell them guys we're live. What's up, man? Been a week. Boo's second week back from Bougie Wood.
Bougie Wood.
Bougie Wood.
There is nothing bougie about what I'm doing. It's very down to earth. And,
Well, I wish you nothing but luck, and I hope something comes out of it.
oh, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
He's got like a pile of roses. Just like
You see, he had no shirt on before.
Yeah, I
Top
was
Boo Wonder.
literally naked when I answered the phone. I'm fresh out of the shower. So while you guys were setting up the intro, I went and got some clothes on. So yeah, y'all saw me naked and stuff. Dane missed it. That's too
Oh,
bad.
no, I saw the topless Boo Wonder.
You see your man already in the corner? He's in the wrong corner, right?
Well, he's on the wrong. Yeah, well, that's because Oh, that's why I can't see him, because my box is over his face.
Oh, shit.
Your man box?
God damn, bro.
My man box is over his face.
Okay. Do you see?
I don't even want to know.
Boo, you've been around for a while. Do you remember Jay Wills?
No, I'm sorry.
We're going back to Woolkit.
To where?
Southbury, actually. Woolkit, Southbury.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm sorry.
He was also in Hamden one time.
Yeah. But I think he came through one time. I don't think he was there for an interview.
Oh, please speak into the mic.
Yeah, you got to talk into the mic.
He was. He came through when we was in the process of probably leaving.
Oh.
And then he came through. He stopped through, basically. He wasn't there for the interview.
Either that or it was a Tuesday. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, one day.
What the fuck is what?
Were you shaking the cup?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
What the fuck is that?
I was trying to get the... Yeah, never mind.
All right, so how you been, girl?
I'm good. I'm real good. I'm enjoying the 3 days off I have from the theater. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon, I'll be back on stage, and this is our last week of performances, and I'll be done on Sunday.
So I'm gonna have the guests introduce themselves, and then we can all introduce ourselves to them. So
Cool.
That's Jay Wills. Jay Wills has been with me for 8 years.
Hello, Jay.
He's an R&B guy from Bridgeport. You can tell by his car outside, he's a little successful. And he brought a friend along with him. What's your name?
Manny Rax.
Manny Rax. What are you, R&B, rap? What are you?
No, I'm rapper. I'm
okay.
actually an artist because I'm doing all around with it.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
What's your real name?
Manny.
Manny?
Yes, sir.
A black Manny. You got Spanish?
There's a lot of black men.
No, there is not a lot of black
there
men.
are.
They got a Hispanic in them somewhere.
No, there's a lot of black
I'm
men.
Puerto Rican.
You're see?
I'm a little bit Puerto Rican.
I know black Mannies.
There's black Mannies out there.
That he was raped or something. Cause it was, there's no black Mannies. Trust me. That's a Latin name.
Yes, sir.
Who's with you on your left?
It's my father.
That's your father.
Yes, sir.
Ricardo, Puerto Rican.
Too young to look fucking like a father.
Right?
Go closer to the mic so we can hear you. You from the Dominican?
Haitian. I'm Haiti.
Haiti.
Yes.
Haiti. He Haitian.
Haitian. Yes.
And what's your name?
Ricardo.
Ricardo.
It's spelled with an E-A-U. So.
I didn't know Haitian was Spanish.
Don't be Haitian.
I didn't. I always thought Haitian was black.
See, every time somebody call me, right? They think I'm Puerto Rican because Ricardo.
Okay.
Yeah. And then last name is Luis, so they're like Luis. Hold on, you have two first names?
Okay.
To our new friends, please eat the mic. Eat the mic. If you're going to say something, just put the mic in your mouth.
There you go. Yeah.
So that we can actually hear you.
They move too. You can move them.
Yeah, they can move. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
See?
Treat the microphone.
The first guy that ever moved it right there.
Yes.
Enrique moved it right.
Ricardo.
Ricardo. So you obviously know me. That's my wife, Ricky. That's Dane. He's in a band called the 34s.
What up, Dane?
That's Kendall. And that's his fiance, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
And Kendall and I work together for Connoisseur Media with Jones PLR YBC.
Nice.
And I'm Star 99.9. And they have a show on Mondays called Getting Sports with Drunk. So if you're into sports, you do a sports show. These guys do sports for like 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I came downstairs the other day, like 11:45. They were still here.
Wow.
Not stop.
And to my right is Her Highness Mr. Dillard. fresh from off Broadway.
Off.
Way off Broadway, like Oklahoma.
I respect the hustle.
Everybody around here calls me Boo. My name is Steven, but everybody calls me Boo. So
yeah, we started calling him Boo 9 years ago.
Something like that.
Something that many years ago. You and Jay came around at the same time. Because Jay was Woolkit, and then you were Southbury. Boo.
Okay.
When you did my reading, that was Southbury. Jay was at the tail end of Woolkit. When I first met Jay, because we interviewed a guy named Edwin Ramos.
Right.
Edwin Ramos is a very, very, very accomplished music producer, and he just built a beautiful studio in Bridgeport.
Yeah, I was up there the other day. It was really nice.
Yeah, his credits are CNC Music Factory, Brian McKnight, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Okay, ring those bells.
And then Jay got a record produced by Edwin too. So Edwin's done so good, he still gets royalties from the 1980s. So like 4 or 5 with Mary J, or just one?
Long money. Yeah, you got a couple of them.
With Mary J. And the CNC Music Factory, Everybody Dance Now, that's his. So
nice.
And he's from Connecticut too, and he's proud of it.
Homegrown.
That was the guy who was on your show back in Hamden.
Yeah,
that was
Edwin.
him when he had a young kid with him.
That's the guy that got me the cleaner nad. Remember we got the cleaners for a couple months?
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, he came with him.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't hear you. All right.
Yeah, Kendall, eat the
Go
mic,
ahead.
please.
I'm here
There you
now.
go,
There we go. He had me muted.
There you go.
That rat.
Yeah, so Jay messaged me the other day, said he had someone he wanted to share his music. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
15.
15. Damn. Lucky your dad's here. Can we swear or no? I feel bad now, right?
Oh, me?
Can we swear?
Oh, yeah, you could.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
God
You think
damn.
he doesn't swear?
He could be a Will Smith. How the fuck I know?
Hold on. He's 15 from Bridgeport. You think you don't swear?
Nah, I don't in my content. It's all.
Not in front of parents. I'm 49 and still don't fucking swear in front of my mother.
Oh, you can't do that. I can't do that.
No.
Your mother will kick your ass, though.
I said the F word to her once.
Once.
Once. I still don't swear in front of my mother. It's cool. You ain't cool if you. It's not. You're not cool or are cool if you swear. Just want to make sure Dad's all right with it. If he wasn't, he could have went outside and waited. I'm kidding. So you're a rapper. When did you start rapping?
Started rapping when I was like 9.
9.
Yes, sir.
He got that 2 in his voice, right? He was like, I started rapping when I was 9, motherfucker.
Got to.
God damn right. Can't even say the N word. It would have sounded better, but. Oh, I can say it how white people say it, right? Yo, I've been a rapper since I was 9, nickel. We say nickel.
Okay.
So we don't get in trouble.
I respect it. I respect it.
right.
You know.
Well, we gotta have something. Oh, we have Eminem, right?
Oh, yeah. Y'all do. Y'all got NF too.
A legend, too. What, boo?
You also have, what did it see now?
Don't even say Vanilla Ice.
Macklemore.
He's dead.
No. This is way before your time. This is.
Well, we got
Peter.
third base.
Yes, but Gas Face. Who did that song? You get the Gas Face.
Third base.
White rapper.
That was third base, bro.
Third base.
That was third base.
Third base, yes. Yes, third base.
That was the guy that walked around with the cane.
Yes. Third base.
What?
So
Oh,
third
yeah.
base, Eminem and Macklemore.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Who's the guy
doing
that's
big
trying
things.
to... and every 15 to 14-year-old now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
That's good, though. I'm glad that everybody can break barriers and make the same music. That's good. You'll never pass LL. You'll never pass the LL and the. I'm not saying you won't. I'm saying like LL was the first rapper to get 10 albums, 10 full length albums, not just 10 albums, 10 full length albums. At the end with 12. People like Eric B. Rakim, legends. Who's that? Biz Markie. I know his songs are corny, but legend.
Run DMC too.
Run DMC. Even like people like as hard as they were, Mobb Deep. Go down. KRS-One, can't forget about him.
Yeah.
KRS-One was pretty deep too. So.
Ichiban.
So your rap is it your style or is it mumble?
It's my style. I don't like mumble.
You don't like mumble.
I
So
like
you like the old New York style?
Yeah.
Or down south,
You could say
like
that.
Georgia down south, not Florida down south?
I try not to like replicate a style. I try to do everything like as me, like put my own personality on it. whatever I do, you know.
So when you rap and your friends see you rapping, and probably a lot of your friends are into all the new shit. I was a DJ for 25 years. I don't think I could ever go back to doing clubs because I can't deal with the rap unless it's an old school night. I can't.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, and I'm afraid like rock and roll. Like we were talking the other day because we work for a rock station. We were talking the other day and we were like, rock and roll's actually gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Not soon, but very in our time. It's gonna die because there's no bands coming up. There's no more Beatles. There's no more Metallicas. There's no more Zeppelins. There's no more. So like with rap, there's no more. And you know what it is we understand that because when we were young, we were told rap was gonna last 2 years.
2 years?
2 years when we were young. Like that's garbage. That's that ghetto, Christian music. That was 2 years. They said it was gonna last, and it didn't. It made it, and it made it to mainstream, and it even beat out mainstream, and it even like the people like the Russell Simmons of the world and Diddy and all them kept and Dre's. They just kept going. But the pioneers, I'm sorry, was Africa Bambaataa, and the people back. I'm talking way back, like Africa Bambaataa. If you're a hip hop artist, do some research.
Yeah,
because that's where it came from.
Yeah,
like when I'm driving around with my stepdaughter and I got my old shit playing, or she's in the room, I can see her rolling her eyes. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck this came from.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I try to do my research, not even just on artists, just like old, like just not rap artists, just like old artists, you know, like Nirvana, just things like that. Aerosmith, I like get into them. Like a whole bunch of different artists, like even country music, I listen to that.
Well, we'll be okay if you don't like country.
You're trying to copy me now.
No,
because I listen to country music.
No, that's cool though.
You put me on. Yeah.
You like country?
Keep it diverse, man.
You wear them tight ass regulars?
And the horses too.
Yeah,
don't forget the horses.
Goes to Wookie once a week to the bull ride.
But the thing that you was talking about with like rock, it's like it is dying. Like real rock is dying. Like that crazy like white boy with the stage and the guitar, like that is dying. But it's like with like mumble rappers, usually like Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti, they put it in their music and like lace it in their music at the same time. So it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Keep
yeah. Totally die.
That buzz?
Like you're saying, like the sound will always be there even if the band's on.
Yeah, and like they like some rappers, they like put like a demonic tone on, like, you know what I'm saying? They put a demonic tone on their music sometimes, so it's like, you know, it's always gonna be remembered.
Yeah, but when we were younger, there was no hip hop to compare to. So when we were younger, because I was born in the 70s, and hip hop was born in the early 80s or late 70s.
Late 70s.
So Planet Rock and all that was the late 70s?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You go way back.
Yeah.
Planet Rock.
White Lines was like, it broke a lot of barriers. First of all, it was rap. It was a 10-minute song, and it was about cocaine. So that was the devil's music. Like, even black women with the Sunday crowns were like, oh my God, we're going to die. You need to go to church. You know what I mean? Like, going to church with the crowns on, like, whoa, what the hell are my kids listening to? So, what I'm seeing now is a lot of the youngins, a lot of the mumble rappers are like, fuck them guys. They ain't do shit for us. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is like that because, like, I don't know, because like when mumble rappers came, it was like a new, different type of style, and everybody started biting on it.
And that's okay. We evolve. We understand. Yeah. Who said it? I think it was. Who said it? He was in Empire, but he said it.
The one who played Hakeem.
No, there was what the hell's his name? He got killed like 2 seasons ago. And the airplane, or no, he blew up in front of the car. So whatever.
I stopped watching like season 2.
Right. Anyways, he said we can't be mad at the youngins now because they had liked their rap. Because when we were young, people made fun of our music.
Yeah.
So they can have their style because they have to evolve. We have to learn to evolve with them, and if we don't, then hip hop will die as you speak. So rock had how many different genres? Dane, it had grunge. It had.
Oh yeah, we were just talking. I was talking about this with my coworkers today. Between, there's classic rock, then there's hard rock, then there's metal, heavy metal, death metal.
But it's all
black
derived
metal,
from
rap
rock.
metal. Yeah, and exactly rock, grunge, punk. I mean, yeah, it just goes on and on. But it all stems from rock, which stems from blues and country.
Yeah. But then you had an era where hip hop was so big, and it was like almost beating like rock, and people were like, "Well, how the hell?"
That was the 80s, right?
90s.
90s.
Oh, how the hell
the 90s,
are we gonna?
I feel like rap was already there.
Rap rock though.
Yeah. Oh, rap rock because
Run
Nirvana was
DMC,
very
Run DMC when they
big.
came out.
Rap rock, yeah. Run DMC actually.
Aerosmith and all
Yeah,
that.
they made that.
They
song.
made that rap rock in the early 80s.
That was the first rap rock song, right?
First rap rock song,
Yeah.
and then
No, that's not true. Blondie was the first rap rock song.
Oh, the one where she raps
Rapture.
like a white girl, yeah.
Rapture.
Wait,
So Rapture was the first one.
Oh, well, it was like the first popping one. Like,
Well, I'm
Arguably,
look,
I
Rapture
guess.
was a big song. Am I right, Peter?
Yeah, I was.
It was a big song.
You know why it was a big song?
Why?
Because she was hot,
And she was a white girl.
and she was a white girl, and
That's what they
every
look for.
white kid got a boner when she played the music.
Right.
But the rap rock thing was like just a whole a whole generation, 10 years. That's it, and then it just died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because hip hop totally took over.
they come back again,
Yeah.
and the thing is now I'm worried about is. So you say your style's different? Is it East Coast style? Or is it just your style?
Honestly, it's just my style. Like, if somebody listened to it, they would be like, "Oh, he incorporated this," and then they listen to another song, they'd be like, "Oh, he incorporated this in this song." Like, it's all types of just different. I don't want to make one song sound like the last song I made. I want each song to be better every single time.
So you can't compare it to a style right now.
Well, the release stuff, the stuff that I'm releasing right now, it is more compared to like the New York type style right now.
See, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Northeast, he's closer to New York, so
Right.
based on the type of beat that I make or he pick, would determine where he goes with it. You see what I'm saying?
And kids like that New York stuff, so it's like
Everybody loves New York. If
Yeah.
it's either New York or Dre.
yeah, or like
yeah, but you can't
LA
front. That's
poppin'.
where it all started, though. So at the end of the day,
Cali popping.
hip hop started in New York, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So
The unreleased stuff, it's like
It's due.
I have a lot of different unreleased.
All right, let me test your hip hop knowledge.
Oh.
Who's a better, not a knowledge, but let me hear what you think. Who's a better producer, Dre or Swizz Beatz?
I really like.
Tough one, right?
I like Dre, but Swizz, he like his beat style is just crazy,
Right?
Cause he made that one song with Jadakiss and Fab.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that went hard. And then he made that he made
Hit-
one song with Lil Wayne too.
Yeah, the one,
I think it
It
was
had
6
Dre-
Foot, 7 Foot,
something like that.
if I'm not mistaken.
Remember we were
The newer song.
we were singing it at the
yeah,
parade,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh my god, I'm blanking
I
on
would
it now.
say Dre though, because Dre really trains his he trains his artists. And it's a lot of different people, and not just one artist that could say that Dre was really just coaching them through their times. Like you could say Eminem, YBN Cordae, and they're two different types of people, and they both said Dre or whatever, and 50 Cent.
Do you think Eminem would be as big as he is if he didn't have Dre?
No,
No? You don't think so, bro?
not at all.
I think that's arguable, to be honest.
Nah, he needed Dre. So.
He needed Dre to
needed
take him
Dre.
to the next level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I just remembered that song that he made with Dre, and that had him popping.
the first song,
Yeah.
Slim Shady.
No, not Slim Shady. That
one?
wasn't the one that really had him popping. It was that.
Yeah, but he got recognized before
Was
he
it
met
Without
Dre.
Me?
Yeah, but he got more.
Yeah, but he got
more.
he got more.
He got more
popular.
mainstream when he met Dre.
yeah.
Okay.
When he made that.
Yeah, but when you're a rapper, you're more respected as an underground rapper than you are.
Yeah.
That's why when Mobb Deep made the transition, they were like, "Fuck that, we're gonna keep it real, but we
Yeah,
still
but
want
I
to
mean,
get paid."
It
You know
all
what I mean?
depends. Yeah, it all depends how you introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
I
you
drove
introduce
those guys. They're
yourself
fucking
one
crazy.
Way, then yeah, pretty much.
Your
Like a lot
confidence.
of people saying Eminem changed up. You know what I'm saying? Because he came with the.
He has to. He has to evolve.
Basically, but
Yeah.
sometimes the audience are not ready for that. Like immediate change. You know.
Well, as long as the check cash, I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
with
well.
all this. You know what I mean? Like,
Ching.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing, whatever, if you have a political affiliation, whatever, I know you're too young for that, just don't bring it out in your music.
Oh, no, I'm
if
not.
you hate somebody, just don't.
No,
That's where I'm fucked up, like, to bash Trump, whether they like them or not. Come on, man. He has listeners that like Trump, too, you know what I mean? You can't alienate.
I made a song for the mayor, so with politics, it's like I'm already, like, learning about that and not what to say, you know.
No, say what you. Who wants to say something? Go ahead. I heard you gasping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that music has always been political.
Yeah.
Always.
Political quotes, not a certain person. I never heard a song about fucking Nixon.
But you certainly heard a lot of songs about the Vietnam War.
But not a president. It was about the war, not the president. That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay, what I'm saying is because that's really splitting hairs.
No. If you want to rap about a war, like if he wants to make a rap right now about Syria.
Well, you know, it's funny.
Go ahead.
The famous Skynyrd line, Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. And so that kind of thing has been going on since popular music began. To say if you're an artist, there's one thing you can't talk about, that's killing artistry. You know, artists should be able to talk about anything they want to. Now, there are repercussions about talking about things, but, you know, it's up to you whether or not that there are consequences to whatever we do. So it's up to you whether or not, as an artist, you're okay with whatever rewards or consequences you have. But to sell an artist, you can talk about anything except for this. That's cutting artistry's balls off. Because everybody has that one thing that they would rather not have their artists talk about. And if that's the case, then the artist can't talk about anything at all without offending somebody. So talk about what you want. If you want to accept the consequences or the rewards of talking about whatever you want to, do that. But don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't talk about.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it's like, with everything that you say, it's like, as a rapper, you're in the public eye. So with everything that you say, they're going to try to, like, pick out different verses or different words and try to associate with things. Even if you didn't mean that or didn't mean to, like, you know, like, say that or incorporate what you said, they're going to, like, you know, try to bash you or make you look a certain way that you didn't want to look. And it just is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I never understood that. And a matter of fact, Bob Saget, everybody know him?
Sure. Yeah, okay. Full House.
You know him, Full House?
Yeah.
I never understood how somebody said something and then retracted it. And I'm going to say why. Because Bob Saget said today, in fact, he was on Chaz and AJ, he said today, Chaz asked him, he was like, have you gone down your Twitter feed and deleted shit? He goes, fuck no. He goes, why would I do that? I said it.
Yeah.
If someone wants to ask me if I'm prejudiced, I'll tell them. If I was, I was. If I ain't, I ain't. Mm-hmm. He goes, if I made a Jewish joke, that's what we do. That's what we did. We made fun of people. We made fun of each other. We don't. He goes, am I prejudiced? No. Mm-hmm. Do I hate Jews? No. I make fun of Jews. I make fun of blacks. I make fun of whites. I make fun of everybody. So why would I hide what I'm saying or what I'm thinking? You know what I mean? And he was kind of right about it. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to hide? The apology is just what you do to, because you think people are going to fucking No, you already said it.
Yeah, ruin your reputation.
Yeah, you can't go to Hartford and scream black people.
Yeah, it don't matter.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
In certain neighborhoods, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's out there.
Because you already said it.
Yeah.
You're going to get hit. You know what I mean? You're going to get hit. And you can't go and say, I apologize, it was wrong, I was insensitive. No.
And you in the business, too. So
yeah,
it don't matter. You got to do what you got to do.
And you're on Twitter, so you thought about it and typed it.
Yeah.
And then hit enter.
If that controversy going to give you, if it's going to, like, get you money or get you more successful or get you a name, then, you know, it is what it is then.
So you said that he had to retract something today?
No, he said he wouldn't retract anything.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He says, I ain't going to retract shit.
Man, it's crazy.
And everybody thinks Bob Saget's this Clean cut. He is the raunchiest fucking comic you will ever hear.
Yeah.
He is not anything like he's on Full House. Nothing.
What does raunchy mean again? I never.
Raunchy means
like
he
dirty.
he.
Dirty, yeah. Oh, okay.
He'll talk about his dick for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll point a woman out in the audience and talk about her private parts for an hour. He's raunchy.
Yeah, he's dirty.
Oh, okay.
He's Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
Or worse, you know. But that's comedy. That's music.
Yeah.
Like
that's what people come to watch. That's what they want to see.
Right. So there was a thing on YBC the other day. They were talking, and somebody was singing a Lauryn Hill song, and she said the N word.
Oh yeah.
Who was it?
What is that woman's name? I don't remember, but it's some celebrity.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
She was white though.
Right.
Okay.
She wasn't white.
Oh.
No.
Was she?
She was either black or Dominican or something like that, right?
No, she's not black, and that's the problem with her saying the N word.
I was gonna say,
She's
she's
not
black.
black.
Nobody will take it serious.
But Puerto Ricans say it. Anybody?
That's what I'm saying. Puerto
That's
Ricans, because it's like with blacks, it's like blacks and Puerto Ricans are already in the same pot, like already in the public eye. So when a Puerto Rican say it, it's just like when a black says it, it doesn't matter. But as soon as a white says it or somebody else, it does matter. But at the end of the day, it's a black people word.
And these two black DJs were like, "Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. If she isn't allowed to say it, she was in a salon. She sang the words and she sang the song word for word. That's where everybody got all pissed off.
They have the right to be mad, to be honest.
Okay. But then these two black DJs were like, well, wait a minute. We can't expect people not to say it when we say it all day.
Yeah.
We say it in our music. Yeah. We say it all day. If the person's going to sing a song lyric for lyric, does he have to bleep that out?
Her name is Gina Rodriguez. She was the lead on a show called Jane the Virgin on the CW. She is Hispanic. I don't know, where she hails from, but she did say the N-word. And I'm sorry. I just have a problem with people that are not black saying that word. It's just like somebody that isn't gay saying the word faggot or saying dyke or saying queer. It's like, you know what? We reclaimed that word from you guys. You can't use it anymore. We can, but you can't.
But it's like
Angie Martinez can't use it.
That's
the biggest hip hop DJ in
she's
legendary.
Latin, right? She's Latin, isn't she?
That's all she is.
All right, so yeah, that's what he's
That's
saying.
every
If it's
word
black
she
and
says.
Latin, they get away with it.
The only time she don't say it is when she's on the
if
air.
it's Caucasian, then it's like you got an issue. But I believe that they did that on purpose to try to make the whole thing meaningless. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what's happening? It's a Lauryn Hill song. Guess who's coming out with a record?
Who?
Lauryn Hill. She's coming out with a record. What a way to hype shit up.
Well, and the other thing is, and let me just say this as well, Gina Rodriguez, this girl who said the N-word, she's been kind of problematic on several other different occasions. So it's not exactly just because she said the N-word this time. She said stuff in the past that made black people be like, what?
So it built controversy.
So it's not the first time, huh?
Wait, do you think that it's just like? Do you think it's just her problem, or do you think it's like a nationality problem? Like they shouldn't be saying that word, or it's just like she needs to, like something needs to happen to her. Like, what do you feel like?
I personally feel okay. First of all, she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I just it would be a different thing if this was just the first time that this had happened.
Yeah.
With her, it's not. She's and I'm trying to find what she said in the past that she's half-assed apologized for. It just, and I'm trying to find it. But if it was if it was an isolated incident, then I'd be like, okay, I can give her a pass. But when she comes out, and again, I'm trying to find it. Okay. Okay. This might be it. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah,
All right.
go ahead and
Anyways,
talk. Give me
while
a
he's thinking about that. So, what was that?
This topic is pretty, like, it's a deep topic.
Yeah.
And it can go any
Well, I'm
way.
asking because he's young, he's coming up, he's got to know this stuff.
No, definitely. And,
Like he's Hispanic. So if he says it in an album, somebody can have a problem
I'm
with
more
it.
black dude.
All right then.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So he could get away with saying it if he does say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But is it something that this generation needs to say anymore?
The thing is
To make a
with
record.
The N word. It's like I heard white people say it, and it's like in my school, it's a whole lot of blacks, it's a whole lot of Latinos, and then it's a whole lot.
What
of whites,
school you
a whole
in?
lot of whites. I go to Naugatuck High School.
Naugatuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I hear a black person say it, it's like when I hear a white person say it, it's like because everybody say it.
I'm gonna give you a little history about Naugatuck. We'll go ahead.
Oh my God.
But it's just like when I hear anybody say it, it's like I hear it throughout the whole day. So no matter the nationality, it doesn't really matter. But it's like when I go to Bridgeport, like when I go to Bridgeport and I hear somebody say the N word, it's like not common because there's a whole lot of black people,
Right.
and it's just like it's just one of those things where I don't know how to feel. And like what you were saying, when somebody that's not gay say the F word or call somebody a dyke or a lesbian, it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's just a joke, because sometimes I know me and my friends, we be like, oh, lesbian, or but it's just,
We used to say it in the 80s. If you had a bad shirt, I would like faggot. We didn't mean it in that way. You know what I mean? That's what we said.
It's just a game.
That's what we said. We didn't mean it in any derogatory way. It was just. But get back to Naugatuck. You can thank me for any kind of hip hop culture in that school. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I found a couple of things about Miss Rodriguez, and I'll real quickly go through them. In 2017, when Black Panther began the promotional run leading up to its 2018 release, Gina Rodriguez responded to the news by tweeting, "Marvel and DC are killing it in inclusion and women, but where are the Latinos?" And then she got, it basically blew up by their saying, well, they're Zoe Saldana, Tessa Thompson, let's see, who else? Gina Torres, Tatiana Ali, and then somebody tweeted there 100% could be more for every person of color. Instead of celebrating Black Panther, she chose it to make it about representation instead of showing love. I didn't ask for representation when watching Crazy Rich Asians because I was happy for them to finally get their shine. So that was just one of the things. And another thing she said, Rodriguez stated that Latinas were paid the least in Hollywood, and that's not true because Sofia Vergara is the highest paid actress on television, and she made $42.5 million in 2018. And then she said something else where she did she was, an interviewer asked Yara Shahidi about how she felt about being a role model to Black women, and before Shahidi could answer, the interviewer could finish his sentence, Rodriguez interrupted and said, "So many women." And the comment was only a second in a 3-minute video clip, but put in context with the previous statement, many perceived that Rodriguez was inserting herself into a conversation she wasn't invited to and actively attempting to diminish discussion specifically about Black women. Some people refer to the moment as Rodriguez All Lives Mattering, Shahidi, and the interviewer. So again, these are just 3 instances where she has become problematic, and then here recently she dropped the N-word. And by the way, if you are a celebrity if you are a celebrity and you are not black, you know how much of a dynamite stick that word is. Why would you record it and then post it to your social media? You can't claim ignorance. If you're going to say the N-word and you're not a black person and you're a celebrity, you know what a powder keg that word actually is. Why would you invite that kind of criticism? Why would you invite people to blow up your Twitter feed, your Instagram feed? Why would you want to be in a situation where you're going to have to apologize for something? You know what that word means. Why would, if you're not a black person, why would you even, you had to actually record the video and then at least think about it for a couple of seconds before hitting send.
Because for
someone, come on.
Sorry.
Even if you weren't problematic, even if this was, this was your first time out the gate being problematic, if you're not a black person, you probably should think twice, especially if you're a celebrity, before you post the N-word to your social media.
You know what that is, Boo? For someone like her, the mentality is it's better to be talked about than not be talked about. She wants to stay relevant. She drops an N-bomb.
I know. I was thinking
what
about
they do.
Yeah. She probably want that one attention. She was like, what can I say to get attention today?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well,
and then simply apologize after and then move on.
She was like, look, people are going to forget about it tomorrow. Tomorrow,
pretty much.
It's going to be a whole new story.
Her apology is about as empty as her head.
Cleveland Brown.
And you just suffer the consequences, like I was saying earlier. You can say whatever you want, whoever you are. You can say whatever the hell you want. Just make sure that you're ready for any rewards or consequences that come your way by spouting off at the mouth. That's
Make sure
all.
Boo don't have your number.
Nobody.
That's all.
Basically, that chick needs to just put the card back in the deck.
Right.
She was singing a song though.
Yeah. No, but I'm
it was
talking about
in
like
the song.
other shit she pulls though, like that he was mentioning before, like all her little.
If I'm at a
incidents,
karaoke
it's like,
thing
just
and
put
the
card
word
back
is in
the
there,
deck, bitch.
and it goes with the song, I'm singing it. I'm swinging too if I get beat up. If it's in the song, it was meant to be in the song. You can't get mad at me. I didn't mean it derogatory. And if I do Biggie at karaoke, forget it. I'm getting beat up.
Well, again, you can say whatever the hell you want to.
I'm just saying, bro.
Country. You can say just to know that if you say that in front of a whole bunch of black people, shit might go down. That's all.
Yeah.
Just be prepared.
Somebody gonna jump you.
And everybody be having their phones out nowadays, so you're not gonna get slick.
Well, black people don't go to karaoke, so I ain't gotta worry about it. They don't like that fucking cracker shit.
I love a good karaoke.
You're a different breed, girl.
Go to Bridgeport, Mr. Krabs. They got a whole bunch of people singing.
A whole lot of black people like seafood too.
Yeah.
They got karaoke and pleasurable moments too.
Different kind of karaoke.
Pleasurable moments.
What?
Different kind of karaoke.
Oh yeah. Deep karaoke.
No doubt. So
I can't believe that place is still open.
Let's talk about some Manny Rock music real quick.
We were gonna save that for Facebook Live, but if you want to,
Facebook, no, we can wait a little bit.
Save that.
All right, so I was talking about you go to Naugatuck High School.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in Naugatuck.
Oh, how was that?
Lewis Circle. I'm gonna tell you how it was.
Lewis Circle.
So there's a lot. When I grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s in Naugatuck. There's 2 black families in Naugatuck. And you knew every time where they were, that's how bad it was back in the 70s. The black families at Dunkin' Donuts. That's how it was. But we were all friends. Okay. We didn't know color back then. Okay. So as time went on, hip-hop came out. Breakdancing came out. Well, Bridgeport started closing down some hoods. Oh, okay. So people were moving down. Whoever didn't fall in Ansonia started coming to Naugatuck. So Naugatuck started getting more black people. So there was 9 black people in school, and there was like 15 of us that liked hip-hop. And this school was strictly rock and roll. I mean, rock and roll, heavy metal, like to the Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest. You couldn't walk in Naugatuck with a disco shirt on. You couldn't.
Black kids?
Even the black kids, you get beat the fuck up. So now imagine in high school, there's 17 of us, and there's 500 kids in this school. One time, they stopped us. We used to have our own little smoking area. They came out and fought us, all of us.
Over some hip hop.
Over some hip hop. Called us spinheads.
It was that serious.
There should be a plaque on the wall.
So
This is where the spin is.
So basically, they're saying hip hop wasn't allowed. Is that what you said?
Basically.
Y'all certified.
We
for
fought
sure.
them every day for a year. And then we finally all got along.
Y'all certified.
You fought for
It
your
wasn't
right
as
to
bad
party.
for me because I grew up in Naugatuck, but it was bad for the families that just moved there. Like, they were like, oh, you're a fucking, you're a wigger or whatever they want to call me. And you like hip-hop, you like disco. They called it disco back then. They didn't know better. Or you like disco and you're a fag, you wear gel, whatever. You wear tight, back then it was tight-ass Lees with some tight-ass BVDs. That's what we wore. Adidas jumpsuits when we were breakdancers, We wore beads. And we got, and then my brother opened up a nightclub in Naugatuck, and it was the first nightclub ever for young adults for people 21 and under. Because he bought a club in Naugatuck, and he couldn't put liquor in it. So he's like, what the fuck am I doing?
A club without liquor?
Well, the church wouldn't allow him to put liquor. So he's like, what am I going to do? It was an old movie theater. The capacity was 1,500. So he's like, what do I do?
Iced-T.
Started playing music.
Long Island Ice.
He called it a young adult nightclub.
Okay.
21 and under. His first night, he had 3,000 people.
Whoa, really?
3,000 people. You want to know where that club used to be?
No guitar.
Where?
You know where Church Street?
Church. Oh.
You know
I was
Santos
just on
restaurant?
there. Yeah.
Yes,
Across from Santos, there's a little canopy.
Oh, okay.
That used to be an old movie
Why
theater.
it shut down?
I think it's still there. It's still
No, it's a church now.
Is it a church
It's
now?
an old abandoned church.
Church.
Oh.
I just
That place can fit 3,000 people in there.
The church, it got like the cross on top.
No. It's the building. So you know where Domino's is?
Yeah.
If you're going towards the green, on the right, there's a whole strip mall. There's a strip mall.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the strip mall, and then there's a great building.
Okay.
And then I'll pull it up later on. That was a thing called Studio 60.
Yeah, I saw it.
Near Salem?
Huh?
Near Salem?
No, it was Church Street.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you a picture. When I show you a picture, you're like, oh, I know what it is. First night, he had 3,000 people, had to turn away 2,000. And ever since then, Naugatuck started becoming... And now you go in there now, I bet you ain't nobody like rock anymore, right? You don't see too many rock heads now in your school, right?
Yeah.
No,
not so much.
There you go.
Oh, wait, no.
You're welcome.
White boys.
You're welcome.
What about
The white ones, right? What do you say, the white ones?
Some of them.
Yeah, but back then it was you were them.
Yeah.
You and I were them.
No, they are cool though.
But back then they weren't. It was
we like all
different race war back then, and it wasn't skin color; it was music.
Yeah, it's music.
If you liked hip hop and disco, you're a fucking. It don't matter if you were black or white. You like disco, you're a faggot or you're this or whatever. Yeah, man, it was bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. What year you said that was?
When did Star Wars come out?
77.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dang, that's already just
whoa.
Yeah, because by the
fired
time
it.
I graduated in '89.
Like
And
5
at that
years
time,
after 81.
89.
No, that all started in 81.
Oh, 81. Okay, so
I
yeah,
was in
9
high
years
school in
later-
84.
84, right?
That was my freshman year. Yeah.
So
Year after Return of the
5
Jedi.
years later, I mean, like I graduated '89, so obviously I was in there before. But whoever liked whatever, it was what it is.
But that's Bridgeport.
The rock people, yeah. Okay. Well,
Bridgeport's different.
Gee, that's
Bridgeport
crazy. You
had
guys got
culture.
no breaks then, huh?
Naugatuck didn't have no culture.
Yeah, well,
We had
Valley,
farms.
baby.
We had farms and the farm shop.
yeah,
We call it
that's-
friendlies now.
That's crazy.
That's what we had in Naugatuck. We didn't have like you wouldn't recognize Naugatuck back in the early 80s.
Hey, man,
Wow.
you listen to Whitesnake?
Huh?
No, man. I said, you listen to Whitesnake?
Yeah.
No, man, I listen to disco. Fuck
The people
you.
who listen to rock just basically wanted to be that.
Just rock. That's all they listened
That's
to
it.
was Ozzy, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden.
Led Zeppelin.
That's
and
it.
He bit the bat.
No, not
Twisted
even Led
Sister.
Zeppelin.
No, not them.
This was all metal.
Twisted,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't
Twisted
rock.
Sisters,
it was
yeah.
metal.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
that's what
pretty
Naugatuck
interesting,
used to
though.
be.
I feel for you guys.
Naugatuck evolved a lot.
Wow. So when did the change start happening? I mean,
85, and then I graduated 88,
Right.
and then 90, I introduced hip hop into Naugatuck nightclubs. And I got fired a few times because I was told, don't play that black shit here.
Really?
Oh.
That was the 90s.
Wow.
So the guy, I'm not going to say where the bar was, who it was.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want that shit played. I want you to play top 40. I'm like, this is top 40. No, it's not. This is fucking top 40. Here's the fucking list. There's top 40. Get out of my DJ booth and fire me.
That's crazy. How many towns you think that was going on in, though?
In Naugatuck?
Like, as far as that right there, how many towns and city you think that was happening?
Hartford. I would say Hartford.
Really?
Because Hartford wanted the white people money.
Right.
Because white people tip. White people give a lot of money when they go out. No, I'm not saying no. That's what people think. That's what, if you're listening to a white conversation, oh, black people don't tip. If you're listening to a white bartender, black people don't tip.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't saying that to be funny. I was saying that that's what they was said back then. You know? And Hartford, because they wanted, like, when Hartford had 50 clubs on one street, though.
Right.
So they had to compete. That is, you know, they needed the people to come there. New Haven, because of Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Bridgeport, no, you go to Bodega and for everybody to listen to the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, Bridgeport was always a culture.
Bridgeport kind of adopted the New York ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you never had a problem with Bridgeport. The only thing you had a problem with Bridgeport was crime. That's it. You didn't have
It was bad. Like, the crime was bad in the 90s.
Yeah. What?
Catching bats.
It had the worst neighborhood in the country, like the second worst, Father Panic.
Yeah, it was real crazy.
Oh, yeah, they shut that down.
It's getting bad again, though.
Is it getting bad again?
Yeah.
Ricky's a native Bridgeportian.
Oh, yeah?
She grew up in Bridgeport.
Grew up in Bridgeport, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
But my family still lives there, so I see that.
You know what's nice about that? Because they had
you use Pleasure Beach. Was you around when that was open?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like, really open, like, with everything going on?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
You know what's nice about Bridgeport? They had the best Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Cocaine, man. Hell yeah, we used to drive from Naugatuck all the way to Bridgeport. Meet at Kennedy Stadium.
Oh, wow.
It was an hour up and 10 minutes back. But if you lived in Naugatuck, you were afraid to go to Waterbury. You were afraid to go to Bridgeport. You talk shit in your town. Oh, yeah. But like the white dudes are like, fuck them motherfuckers. They go to Waterbury. That's what I'm saying. They were comfortable in their own town, and I'm sure everybody is that way.
Somewhere else, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, like I don't know what you're rapping about. You're 15. Your life hasn't even started yet. So I don't know. No, I'm not saying it to be.
No, but I mean, honestly, the times have changed, man. You know, you got teenagers that's pretty much.
Thank your elders, man, because we fought for you.
They experience some different things. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come out, even though they got parents around, but. Yeah. It's different. Their outlook of learning about things is so much faster than we did back in our days. We couldn't jump on the internet and learn something.
Right. We had to go to a library.
Yeah, we were stifled away from a lot of information because we didn't have that means.
Have you ever explained to him how a library worked? If you had a thought in your head and it was a Saturday night, you had to wait till Monday. You had to walk your ass downtown, keep the thought in your head, open up a slide drawer, pull the card out, okay, then walk to a fucking aisle where that card was and grab the book.
Right.
Motherfucker, that ain't the book I wanted. And go back and look at another one. You don't know, man.
It's not
the struggles.
that hard,
What?
You had to remember everybody's phone number.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need school no more. School should be done. School should be shut down.
Yeah, that sounds different.
You don't need
guys
school.
Are much more smarter, man.
She's a teacher. She doesn't think so.
Yeah.
Of course. You need that paycheck. You got to keep that school open.
You know what was funny? When I was a kid going through school and the internet, like when it had just come out, the teachers would be like, "Don't use the internet to look up information. Use books." Nowadays, like the teachers are like, "Don't worry about books. Use the goddamn internet."
Yeah, you get laptop. My son gets a laptop instead of books in Litchfield.
Just
no more books. They give him a Chromebook.
It's crazy.
11 years old, 12 years old. Chromebook, no books. Yeah. Well, that's good though, because he's not gonna have scoliosis at fucking 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see a kid carrying a book back?
Walking around those bricks.
They took cursive out of school. Did that happen over here?
What?
They took cursive
Yes.
writing out of school?
Yeah, we took cursive.
That's crazy.
I teach third grade, and we kind of like teach it on the down low, like underground. Like we shut our doors. We teach cursive still, but like we're not supposed to. Yeah.
Don't say that too loud on the mic now.
Oh, they're gonna know now.
The whispered texts.
Don't say your name.
How they know?
No.
Do you feel like you're like in wizard school or
So
something?
basically, nobody's gonna be writing checks anymore.
Right.
The ancient
Well,
runes.
you don't get checks no more. You get direct deposit or you get Venmo.
Cash app.
Venmo, yeah.
That's what you get.
So
Venmo,
what
Cash
is your raps about? Like, what are you rapping about? Like,
Honestly, my first rap is called Go Harder. It was about, like, honestly, I was just having fun with it. Like, the ad-libs was really the best part of it. But I was just saying, like, just kiddie things, you know. Just, like, having fun on it, you know.
what are you, like, rapping about? Your light bright ain't bright enough. You're missing a green.
No,
What could you rap about at 15? Like,
Taking
you
a
ain't,
shit.
you ain't like me and my M-words is on the streets hustling. What are you hustling?
I wrote that when I was 13. So it was really about, like...
You ain't hustling in Naugatuck because you get arrested.
No,
Trust me.
hustle. It's not about hustling. No, it's like...
He hustling books. That's what
Yeah, good.
Hey,
schoolwork.
There you
it's
go.
like, I was just, like, talking about how I want to get out, you know. And I was, like, living in Bridgeport at that time. So I was talking about how I want to get out, you know, the city and get better, like, move, you know, for better in my family. So, but now in my raps, I talk more mature, you could say. Like, I talk, like, my emotions, like, I put it on a notebook, and I, like...
You respect Will Smith?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like his
Do
raps,
you?
too. They clean.
You respect him, right?
Yeah, I do.
One of the most underrated, most educated, most...
Yeah.
Rapper?
I
Is that
think
what you're trying to say?
top 10 rappers out there.
Yeah.
Funk Flex came out with a top 50, he wasn't even on it. What do you mean?
Oh.
What do you mean? Because he wasn't gangster?
Yeah.
Funk Flex came out with a top 50 all-time MCs, and Drake was 5.
Drake was 5.
Drake was 5. I mean, granted, he got some hits, but come on, man, over Will?
But you gotta understand, there was this thing where the separation, what it's called rap and hip hop. There was two different terms. You know what I'm saying? When you say rap, you be talking about Will Smith. When you say hip hop, then you talk about
Mobb Deep and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like more
Mobb
hard-
Deep, yeah,
more
it's like
hardcore
hardcore
style.
type of rap.
Birdman.
Yeah, not someone was a commercial rap. Birdman.
Hey.
Do Birdman rap?
I'm
Birdman,
I'm
Redman.
genuinely curious. What is the difference with rap and hip hop? Like, what is it? Is it the beat? Is it the words? Is it a little bit of both?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the character and
Rap is light skin, hip hop is brown, dark skin.
Well, no, because you know what I mean. Like if somebody asked me like, what's the difference between like punk rock and like rock and roll, I can kind of describe it, but I mean, it's like it's hard to say. It's
That's
kind of
what
just
I'm saying, yeah.
it's like a
It's
style
the same
thing.
thing,
Yeah.
All right, keep that in your head. We're going to take a break and then come back Facebook Live.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's your MC name again?
We'll be back in a
Mini
second.
racks, mini racks.
Mini Racks?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be back with some Mini Racks. All right?
M-A-N-N-Y, Manny.
Manny Racks. That's
Manny
right. Oh, that's
Racks.
right. He's Manny.
He said
Manny Racks. We'll be right back.
Manny Racks.
I get it.
Hey.
Grammarly ensures your writing is mistake-free and clear. as well as more interesting, or better yet, more enjoyable. Because the better we understand each other, the better we connect. Grammarly, helping you connect. Go to Grammarly.com to download.
It's Guitarathon, the greatest guitar sale on earth, with deals like an Epiphone Les Paul Trad Pro 3, only $299.99, or
You know, I was wondering, if you could keep on, because the force, it's got a lot of power, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like
Hello. Yeah, we're live. Hello. Who's upstairs?
Ricardo.
Oh.
Ricky Ricardo. Our squad.
I heard a truck backing up, and I don't know.
Oh, it's probably next door.
All right, we're live back here at studios.
We are back.
Live on Facebook.
Facha Libre.
Truck backing up, and I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that was fucking instant, huh? Yeah.
We getting any more of that stern
All
crowd?
right, we're live. I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, buddy.
Studios. I'm gonna share it right now so we do get those live on Facebook.
I'm hearing echo.
Yeah, I get. Well,
I got
it's
you.
slow here, so give me a minute.
No worries.
All right. Hello, everybody. Let's do some sharing first. Share to a group. All righty.
Join my watch party.
Join my watch party. Oh.
Boo shall return any minute.
Yeah.
What's up, Eric?
Boo is changing yet again for his second hour.
All right, let's cheer at the Howard Stern. Watch this shit blow up.
Hell yeah.
All right. So we're live here. Facebook, what's going on, everybody?
What's up?
We have a up-and-coming rapper in the building. He doesn't do mumble
Local
rap.
talent. We like that.
What's your name again? Manny what?
Manny Rex.
Manny Rex.
Yes, sir.
I don't wreck chicks, I wreck decks.
Oh.
I'm too young to wreck chicks. Definitely too young to wreck them chicks. I wreck them decks.
It's RAXX.
RAXX.
Rax.
Really? You got to fact check, you know?
No, they were correcting you.
Rax.
We had to get his name right.
Rax.
Come on.
Well,
People want to look him up.
He's got that rapper accent. No offense, man. I respect.
appreciate
I respect, but it's just like certain things you say. I'm mishearing it too because I'm too white. I'm sorry.
Being 15 and being a rapper, I know your dad's sitting right next to you. Are the girls all over you or no? Are you in into girls right now?
Honestly, with girls, it's like I just be doing my own thing. I don't really be trying to get into all that. It's just I just be focused on my music, to be honest.
Stay strong, brother.
Yeah.
What's up, Adam? So no girls at your age. We're Facebook Live too, man.
Honestly, yeah, girls like me, but sometimes I talk to some, Sometimes I talk to one, But at the end of the day, it is what it is, I don't really take it too serious.
He's on the paper chase right now.
Yes. I'm on the paper chase. I'm on the paper chase.
All right. I get it. He's 15.
That's cool.
At 15, you never had stink finger?
Caught me off guard with that one.
You never had stink finger?
No.
You haven't?
I don't know.
His dad's right there. He can't say it.
I bet you.
Even if he wasn't.
Maybe a year's
That was
time.
my boy. I'd be like, that's my boy. Go.
Or
Go
2
get it,
years'
son.
time. I think maybe that mindset will shift a little bit. I think there'll be, But 15, he's
15?
Let him be.
That's
focused.
1 year older than 14.
Nobody is like you were. I never heard of anybody like you were. You were already drunk and on drugs at 15.
No comment.
That's not nice.
Well, you're doing that
You
olive
say
thing,
it.
right?
You'd say it.
Doing what?
You were flinging olives, right?
Yeah, I was flinging olives. My dick was a human catapult.
For the things that you say on here, or that you tell me, I never heard of anybody living like that.
Jay, you never had sex before
It's
15?
a good thing he didn't grow up completely in
I
Naugatuck.
don't remember my numbers, man, but
What are my numbers?
I'm sure there was some type of activity going on, just to keep it real.
At 15, right?
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
You know what
there
I mean?
you go.
I'm not encouraging any young guy to go out there and do anything, but
If you don't remember your numbers, then you know it was a big one. I'm just saying. That's a big one.
You need a clipboard for your stat sheet. You know.
There's women out there walking around that you had sex with. You wouldn't even know what they look like. You got numbers. They got numbers. That's bad. I'm the same way. There's people out there I wouldn't recognize.
Yeah, but everybody has their own time. So
It was the days. It was the times, right?
What was you doing at 15? Like
What?
What
was it?
How about how old were you your first time?
I was already getting high at 15.
Exactly. How old were you your first time?
12.
12.
Yeah. 12. I wasn't in though.
That's not even high school
It didn't
yet.
even go all the way in.
Do you regret it, or
I
it's
don't
like-
even think I broke skin.
Do you regret
We were
it?
like dry humping.
Yeah.
Just naked.
Just rested it on top.
Yeah.
Naked dry humping.
Yeah.
Do you regret like doing that at 12?
No.
Why?
Because like you, growing up with a past that I had, I could pursue a comedy career. I could pursue a radio career. I can talk like I do because of the things that I've done. You know what I mean? Like I will always admit. Oh, I say too much. I think my wife will tell you. But if I would ever run for president or anything, no one would be like, "Yeah, we already knew that." I let everybody know what I did.
Okay.
Back in the day, I was that crackhead hiding in the room in the middle of the house with no
He
windows.
wasn't hiding nothing. You straight up.
Yeah.
Back then, I was hiding, lying. I lied so much that right now, if I were to tell a lie, it would bother me. But back then, lying was like a job. It was I had to. I was a base head. Why isn't your car paid this week? Well, and I knew how to talk people into letting me slide.
So because of your past, you feel like you could do what you want.
Yes.
With your life.
And any successful rapper, any successful comedian, anybody successful, that's why they have these movies. Anybody that's successful, their lives prior to them being successful.
Yeah, they have it passed.
Yeah,
What?
It matters.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. People are like, why do celebrities and rappers and everybody get so much money, rock stars, whatever? Because for 15, 30 years prior to them making it big, they were in the clubs making $25 or the owners were telling them, we can't pay you because you didn't have enough. Or every time we sent out a tape or a demo, that guy was like, you ain't good enough. Or you ain't this, you ain't that.
True.
And the people that are successful stick with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a quarter of successful. I'm not where I want to be because I went from a kitchen. I was doing this in a kitchen. So now I'm on a major radio morning show.
Something, yeah, that's something.
It's something.
Yeah, that's something.
But because I stuck with it.
Yeah.
10 years ago when I was hitting the pipe, I'm like, yeah, whatever. If it happens, it happens.
But that's your dream, though.
I
right?
still had that dream, though.
Yeah.
When I wasn't high, I was pretending I was on the radio.
Yeah, you gotta keep your dreams.
Because I was feeling like shit when I was sober. I'm like, what the fuck? You ain't. All right, maybe let's go get high again. I learned. You know what? And I don't regret ever getting high because I learned how to be a human being getting high. I mean, people make fun of drug addicts, and okay, you can. You don't know.
You learn how to be a better man off of it.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, everybody dabbles with stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody
Goes through
experiments.
struggle.
It's when people like your first time you had a Dorito. Did you have one after that?
Yeah.
Did you keep going after that? You still eat Doritos? It's the same thing with a drug. Okay. I had my first hit 25 years later. You know what I mean? It's just it's.
Let's keep
It's
it
hard
real.
to stop, I guess.
No. It cost me almost my whole life. It cost me my relationship. Cost me my kids. It cost me a lot, but
Yeah.
you learn. So if we can teach you anything, fuck up as much as you can when you're young, and learn from it, and write about it, rap about it. Because if you don't have bad things in your life, what are you gonna rap about? Connecticut state taxes. What are you gonna rap about? You gonna rap about your dad's hard times? You gonna rap about?
That's what I do now. Whatever.
I don't think it's something that you on purpose in your mind. Like, oh, let me just mess up.
Yeah, it just.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if it's your path, it is built.
No, live life.
But I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, live life.
Don't live with no
regrets.
Yeah.
If you want to try weed, try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it.
Just learn.
It don't make you a bad person if you try weed and you like it. Yeah. You can't judge somebody because they like something that you think is illegal or is wrong.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can't fall into that place like just because he doing that, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You
can smoke weed. Make sure you go to work that day too.
Yeah.
That's how I thought of it. I'm smoking crack, and I went to work because I didn't want no one else to pay for it. I didn't want to steal. I worked overtime to pay for it. I never stole for it. You know what I mean? Like I work overtime for it. I'm not proud of it, but that's what I did. So that's something I learned. So a lot of times when a comedian or a singer, if they have something going on inside, they come very successful. You'll never see someone that's normal or hasn't had something going on in their life be successful. I don't care who you are. Are you anybody that's successful?
Yeah, you got to go through something to be successful.
Right.
You got to go through something.
Because people don't want to hear you're positive. Oh, so what? You got a GPA.
People like hearing.
No, they want to hear you fell down and killed a baby or something. You know what I mean? Like they want to hear that kind of shit. They don't want to hear you went to school every day and never missed a day. And what are you gonna rap about? Yeah, I was in school. I never missed a day. I had honors. I was a valedictorian. That ain't a rap.
You gotta put that in your work. Whatever.
Right. How about
rap, comedian, whatever?
When I was heading to school, when I got my straight A's, I had to walk through the worst neighborhoods, and that made me keep my head up and realize I didn't want to be here. So I kept fighting. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But you live in Naugatuck. Ain't nothing bad about that either.
I mean, yeah.
I'm kidding. Naugatuck's bad.
No.
Not like Bridgeport.
For me, it's a different type of bad. With Naugatuck, it's like, it's just not, like, it's not for me, you know? Like, it's not.
You're not adapting.
Yeah. It's like.
But Dad moved you there for a better life.
Yeah. It is a better life, but it's just not the life I want. Like, I'm going to still go with my rap, and I'm going to still move out and try to move him out and my mom out to a different type of place, a better place, you know. It just, and it's a small little town. Everybody know everybody. Like, no, like, I don't like that. So, yeah.
See, you Bridgeport people, you can't adapt to Naugatuck.
Yeah, we can't.
No, you can't do nothing without anybody knowing. You can't do anything without anybody knowing.
Too used to the city.
Yeah, and then you go to a city like Bridgeport, ain't nobody know a fucking person. You could be 2 blocks over. I don't know that motherfucker. Y'all lived in the same block for 10 years. I don't know that motherfucker.
Bridgeport is really big.
Well, when it's a cop asking, you don't know shit.
Yep.
I don't know that motherfucker.
Yep.
Bridgeport is a really big city. You can't know everybody there.
You ain't lived unless you slept with the same person 8 times.
Hey, Manny.
I live.
Manny, I'm curious, man. Where'd you get your start? Like, what got you into rap and got you wanting to do it yourself?
Honestly, I used to listen to a lot of T-Pain.
Okay.
And T-Pain used to be very cool to me. Mm-hmm. So I listened to that one time, and I grabbed the notebook. And this is around the time where, you know, Designer, that Panda?
Okay.
Yeah, Panda came out, and I was just like, mumbling to it, and then I made a little word, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds fire!" And my cousin, he passed me a paper. He was like, "Put that down." So he put it down. Then he sent it to my older cousin. He was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta send this to my uncle." So he sent it to my uncle, and he got me in the studio, and that's when everything.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I was like 10.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what's your dream to? What do you want to get out of rap?
Out of rap, honestly.
Is it rap or is it hip hop?
It's like everything.
It's everything, okay.
Yeah, it's like everything. It's just art. But what I want to get out of it is just like, I don't know, not even just money. I just want like a better life because I like rap. So if I could do that and I could make money, it would just be 10 times better. Like, it would just be better. And it's like, just putting your emotion on something and putting your time into something, and then you get something out of it. It just makes you so happy. Like it just feel good. So like that, you know.
Like a marriage.
You will get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah.
Talking about a
Just
vagina
remember,
or
right.
what?
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about everything, man.
Oh.
Life. You will get out of it what you put into it. Yeah. You know?
If you put herpes in there, you'll get herpes back.
Oh, you work hard.
Comes with interest. You know?
Yeah.
Anything to keep it interesting, right?
That's Peter's game. He goes keeping it.
You just
He
want
keeps it
people
real.
searching you and looking for you. If you're boring, they're not
Oh,
looking
there's
for
our
you,
boo.
basically.
Yeah, facts. You gotta stay relevant too.
All right, so what is what can we play of yours?
You can play anything. You can
Go
play
harder.
Go harder. Vote Joe. I'm actually releasing a freestyle on Instagram. I'm releasing a freestyle on Instagram. And
It's Manny Skaggs?
No, Manny
Raz.
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 R-A-X-X.
I look at all these alternate names, though.
Hey,
No, yeah.
what?
Oh, here we go.
Do you
All right,
have a
there we
song
go.
that you consider your single?
All right, so
That should be the one we play.
Yeah, Manny
Go
Rack.
harder.
Go harder is out.
Go
right
harder.
now.
And that's the
All
one.
on the
Let's play that.
platform, iTunes, Spotify. You know, let them know about your
Yeah,
music.
I was gonna say,
So we're gonna turn Boo on. We'll turn it on so you can hear it, Boo.
Yeah, do your thing.
All right. And then Facebook can hear it, and hopefully
playing that
there's
song
no
with the snacks.
BMI.
This is original music.
No BMI issues, right? No ASCAP shit we got to worry about. All right, here we go. It's Manny Racks, Go Harder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Full of life with no charger. I'm a value starter. I do it all right, so I call her mom. Told me to play the game smarter. I gotta stay with the streets. I don't wanna see your honor. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder.
What the hell?
That's why I gotta go harder. Mom told me to play the game smarter. That's why I gotta go harder. Like Scooby Doo with the snacks. I would do anything.
The hell?
Anything for the racks, for the guap, I don't stop. I just wanna have my mom in the drop. They see my pops in the Benzie. I just wanna have my fame in a frenzy. I wanna have my wrist built down with APs. I wanna live in the hills where they hate me.
It's weird. It's not loading.
Yeah.
Is there a way to not play it off of YouTube? Is there? Can we just get
I
an
think
MP3?
it's Boo's connection. Draining us here.
Cut him
If I
off.
like I'm Zuko,
There we go.
you a puppy, but I'm Cujo. Right now I stay.
Fucking Skype.
What is it, Skype that's doing that? Or?
No, he's got a bad connection, so sometimes he sucks the life out of us. Let's start it from the beginning. How's that?
Yeah, run back.
There we go.
That's Manny Racks Go Harder. Introduce his joint, my boy. Go ahead.
Many racks, go
Full
harder.
of life with no charger. I'm a value starter.
Yes.
I do it all right, so I call her mom. Told me to play the game
Relax.
smarter. I gotta stay with the streets. I don't wanna see your honor. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. Mom told me to play the game smarter. That's why I gotta go harder. Like Scooby Doo with the slacks. I would do anything for the racks. For the guap, I don't stop. I just wanna have my moms in the drop. They see my pops in the Benzie. I just wanna have my fame in a frenzy. I wanna have my wrist built down with APs. I wanna live in the hills where they hate me. I spit fire like I'm Zuko. You a puppy, but I'm Cujo. Right now I'm staying in put, but I make it like Rosie here do with them threes though. I eat up beats like they soul food. I'm the go, I already told you. I'm a ball just like Zotu. Stereotypes when I break through. Test me, I will break you. Terminator dust integrate you. Blow so hot, I'll bake you. I'm your father, yes, I made you. I want the cheese on me like ZD. Best believe me, you can never beat me. I'm a different type of species. You and me definitely try to defeat me. Full of life with no charger. I'm a value starter. I do it all right, so I call her mom. Told me to play the game smarter. I gotta stay with the streets. I don't wanna see your honor. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. Mom told me to play the game smarter. That's why I gotta go harder. I do no talking like Helen Keller. Name me an artist, I'm better and better. Put the beats on like David Guetta. My flow switch up like the weather. I go crazy like I'm Goku. Watch how I move like a Roku. I spaz out for no reason. I cannot trust. They check like season. I flow evil. It's some demons like fake days. I'll leave you leaning back. Just to get a couple stacks. And to get a little cake. And my sister could relax. So my bro can eat steak. And my mom's with no worries attached. I'm smoother than butter. I get in the stool. And I spit like no other. I mean what I say. Yeah, that's with no stutter. I will make it out. Yeah, that's word of my mother. Word of my mom. Full of life with no charger. I'm a value starter. I do it all like Sean Carter. Mom told me to play the game smarter. I gotta stay with the streets. I don't wanna see her on her. In the city is for me regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. In the city is for me regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. Mom told me to play the game smarter. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder.
That's Jay's car, huh?
Yeah, it look nice, right? That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder.
You make it look nice sitting up on that.
That's why I gotta go harder.
I got a star in my car.
Yes. Now the
That's
single
very good,
Minute
man.
Rocks.
Yes.
Check it everywhere. YouTube, all platform is down.
iHeartRadio.
Produced by the J. Wills, of course. Don't
Apple
forget.
Music. Spotify, SoundCloud.
That's why I gotta go harder. That's why.
Sorry.
We got more on the way too. That's just one.
Yeah.
But we got better.
Share to everybody you know.
Yes, sir.
What's up, everybody?
Raw and uncut right here. That's what I like about the show. It's raw and uncut.
So, I heard a lot of, heard the word Roku.
Yes.
Did I hear the word bitch in there?
No cussing. No cussing in the songs. No cussing in the songs.
Anybody else hear anything that was out of the
I
ordinary?
heard Goku. That was cool. Nice.
Yeah, but that rhymed with Roku, so that.
Yeah, we had to
I'm a
set
nerd
it up.
though. I like that shit.
What's Goku?
He's from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
You don't like no Dragon Ball?
I like it.
What?
Certain line setups just have to go a certain way.
Yeah.
Like you gotta, one doesn't go without the other.
I thought that was real good, man. Stay positive. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you. Now it's like it's not even on that type. Now it's like I evolved from like when I made that. So it's like now I really talk about my feelings and what actually is going on in life, or what is actually going through my mind, or what actually I want, or want to see. Or dream of,
Oh, we're gonna test your abilities before the end of the Facebook.
Actually,
We'll make you freestyle, man.
Actually, that song is.
We cannot sign off on your career unless you freestyle. We gotta know you're real, bro. We do it to every rapper that walks through this door. Trust me.
We need bars, right?
Right. I'm gonna throw some beats behind it. Don't worry.
Got you.
All right. We gotta see if you can hold up, because anybody can make a rap tape.
Wait.
But I'm saying, like, anybody can make a rap
tape. And I can say something written. If I say something written, is you gonna get mad?
No.
Okay.
You say what you want to say, but off the dome is gonna separate you from the man and the boys. So what do you want to be today?
No, I'm gonna be with the man.
All right. But nobody's gonna know if it's off the dome anyway. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just like any good comedian, any good rapper, they can go off the head. And that's it. Right. And Dad's like, this better pay off, man. What do you have invested in there besides time?
What do you mean by that?
Your dad. I'm asking him. What do you want your son to be?
Oh man,
you want him to go to school still?
Oh, definitely. College. Definitely have to go to college.
Okay.
Because you need something to fall back on. Music will be good. Everything is changing. So you need something to fall back on.
Okay.
So college, definitely. You could still rise in college if you want to. Or if you want to, stop for a year or two to focus in school, that's good too.
He's young enough to make up his mind.
Yeah, but that's why we parents.
He's too busy worrying about what his friends are saying on Instagram.
You got to interact with your friends.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
But he a good kid, man. He know what he wants. So just make sure that I'm here just to hold him up.
Yeah. And to be frank and straight with you, stay away from the fucking pussy. It's not gonna do anything for you. It's not. It's gonna get you in trouble.
I needed that.
Yes, you need. Hey, if you gotta be gay for a couple years, whatever. No, but seriously, stay away. You're too young. Definitely. I tried telling her, like, our age, yeah.
You heard the song, bro. He got to go harder. So just
yeah, man.
That's it all right
a
there.
woman will fuck you up, man. Oh. Because you know what? A man fall harder than a woman fall.
You are right.
I am telling you, a man falls harder than a woman nowadays.
Women are sensitive, though.
We are very sensitive. We just don't tell our boys.
Oh, yeah.
We cry like bitches in the closet. Oh, yeah.
Men are sensitive.
Why you leave me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, girls are on Instagram going, whatever, hit laws.
They be crying on Instagram.
Got the new wave, got the new weave going to the club.
Like, I ain't even want him.
Right.
Like,
mascara ain't even running.
Yeah.
You know, fake eyelashes ain't even crooked when a man break up with a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but if you do meet somebody, hi Emery. If you do meet somebody, then focus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Focus. I have no regrets on who I married. I have no regrets at all because I'm staying focused.
Do you love her?
No. Of course I do.
I'm looking like she right here.
I love her more than I fucking love myself. That's the problem.
The show ain't that raw, bro.
I don't love myself as much as I love my wife, bro. That's my problem. I don't love myself as much as I love my wife. But I'm not into that. You got to love yourself bullshit. If I want to love myself, I'll go in the bathroom with some porn and love myself for 3 minutes. That's about it. I ain't trying to love myself. What's the love about me? It's her job to love me. It ain't my job to love me.
Your job's to stay
You
hungry.
still gotta at least like yourself.
I don't even like myself. If I had to hang out with me, I wouldn't.
How come the song goes when a man love a woman instead of when a woman love a man?
Oh, it is now. Well, trust me, because men are joining women's sports to dominate. So,
whoa. Little side topic: who you think love harder, women or men?
Men.
Of course, you're gonna say that because you're a man.
No, because of our relationship.
Why is that though? Why do you think men love harder than women?
Because women have been mistreated for years, and so this is my opinion. Growing up, I've seen a lot of women get mistreated for years, hurt, cheated on, beaten.
Yeah.
And I've seen that it's harder for a woman to trust anybody. Yeah. That's my opinion. You know what I mean?
That's not necessarily true. Like,
no, I'm saying
a lot of women are harder on the outside than they are on the inside, and they just don't show things the way other people do.
Yeah.
Woman is the new man.
Men bottle their feelings. Like
no, they don't. Women
most
do.
Men.
No, men
are straight up open now. Like, they'll cry in the subway. I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Why ain't she lifting? Why ain't she answering the phone?
Let me say, most men, they don't like to cry because they don't want to seem, certain type of way, or they don't want their girlfriend to see them vulnerable or whatever.
When you're gonna cry, sometimes you cannot hold it back.
I mean, yeah, but for like
as a man, I cry.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying
you could try and be
in
tough.
Your girl's eyes,
like I'm trying to hold it.
It's just how it is.
You know,
there's girl eyes, you don't want to cry.
Hold on, sorry. Where the hell is it? I don't see it. Oh, here it is.
But there is more to the song, Like I don't know if you want to talk about it. That song actually hit was on a movie called "It's Major Movie."
Yeah, tell them about that, man.
Yeah, so.
I'm in this movie. It's called "It's Major." It's by Ernest J. It has Tawanda Braxton in it, and it's a very dope movie. It's about basketball and it's down south. And my song is in it. Go harder. It's in there.
Right.
As soon as they put they have to go to a mansion, and they're having a mansion party. As soon as they pull up to the mansion, you hear my song just bumping in the car.
What's the name of that movie again?
It's called
It's Major. You can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
Prime, right?
Amazon Prime. Yeah. Get it on
like $5,
Google Play and iTunes.
Boo.
It came out
it's a good family
3 weeks ago, right? 4 weeks ago?
Yeah. Who's more emotional?
October 1st, was it? Yeah.
Men or women?
Depends what I'm talking about.
When it comes to love.
Men's, right?
I would, if it's a breakup, it's men. If it's anything else, it's women.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you.
So the men are only emotional when they break up, basically, is what you're saying.
Men go crazy when they break up.
If they actually love her.
You don't think in today's day men are love harder? Period.
I don't know about that. I think it depends upon. I think it's an individualized thing. Some people have a deeper capacity to love than others.
Yeah, I would say so.
Dane,
you can only love as much as you can.
I gotta agree with Boo on that one. And I just I think it really
Of
depends.
course, you're going to agree with him.
Well, of course, Boo's my little blueberry. No, no, but in all seriousness, no. I mean, like, it is. I mean, from my personal experience, like, I've had it both ways. I've had relationships where I fell really hard for the girl who seemed like she could have been like, I don't give a fuck, like when we broke up. And then I've had relationships where the girl was like super into me, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. You know?
I've never had someone super into me.
Oh. Well, let's...
Thanks.
Oh.
You are?
Your wife right
Every
there.
freaking day of my life with you.
You're about a couple
That's
of punches
super into
away,
me,
my
though?
boy. You're about to get the blow.
I'm just saying. I don't know what super into you is. I think super into you is like...
She
I'm
married
not
you.
saying she don't
Here's the
love
thing.
me.
She
I'm
loves
just
you.
saying.
She married you.
Here's
That
the
means she's
thing.
into you.
The times that the girl has been super into me, that was usually the times that I wasn't really into it because it didn't feel real. It didn't feel like they really liked me for me.
Thank you, Dane.
They liked me for an idea, you know? And then when I didn't meet that idea, that's when they lost interest.
No,
And
to
it was
me,
the same thing
super...
for me with other people.
To me, super into me is like clingy, and she's not that. She's not that at all.
That's what I mean. Like, and that was when it didn't feel real.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean that you didn't
But
love
I don't
me.
think super clingy bases whether somebody's into you or not.
No, it
Like,
doesn't.
I want a chick to put a finger in my ass. That's super clingy.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Super clingy just means that you have self-esteem problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And if you are into somebody that's super clingy, that means that you have self-esteem problems. You're afraid somebody's going to leave you, and so you need somebody that is super clingy so that it gives you...
Why are you popping your head over the screen?
Going to be leaving.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
It builds your confidence. Like, it makes you not...
No, how about it's not confidence? How about it's the last relationship fucked you up? Or one of them did.
Yeah.
So now you on that person like never before.
That can be.
That's when the rebound kick in.
No rebound. When two people had the worst relationships in their life prior to each other being with each other.
Yeah, but after that, of course. Probably, there's an effect, man. Whatever you deal with in the previous relationship affects the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
If you do not give yourself time to heal, you know what I'm saying? If you jump right into the next one, you're gonna find yourself dogging that new person out.
Yep.
Well,
just for the fact that you got treated wrong.
Yep.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
best way to get rid of someone is to get on top of someone.
What?
Just saying.
I mean, you're not
Don't
wrong.
take that personal. Not you. Stay away from people. No, but it's that's what I mean. Like, he's 15. What can he possibly rap about? And then I heard it.
Yeah.
And I heard Roku.
Yeah.
So,
The only thing
and
that stuck out-
Pikachu.
You learn.
Pikachu.
Mother?
No, you staying
It's the only thing that stuck out in your head.
And Pikachu.
Yeah, you staying in this lane. You know what I'm
Or Oracle, whatever the fuck. Is that a pasta?
Goku.
Is that a Goku? Is that like a couscous?
Nah, he's staying in the lane, but nah, definitely tell him a little bit how to get your Instagram and all, little stuff like that in between.
You know, like I just
Remote,
post
baby.
a lot, and I'll be posting like freestyles. Like I could say, like I've been trying like every 2 weeks now. You know, just to stay relevant, just to like stay popping, get my followers up. So I have a fan base, and so like people really talk about me in school, outside of school, just like keep me relevant. So my fan base always.
Do you go somewhere and someone notices you?
Yeah, definitely. Like, even in school, like, some people be like, oh, Mini Rocks, I'm bumping your song. Like, things like that,
Yeah. Does that make you excited?
It doesn't, just sometimes.
This is another reason why you shouldn't have a girlfriend, because if it makes you excited, she's going to bring you down to a certain level. Here we go.
Like,
Trust me.
it don't make me excited, but it do make me feel like.
How about if
I'm
you're in
going
Bridgeport
somewhere
in the middle of a fucking neighborhood you've never been in, and someone screams out your name, and your wife's there? She's like, "Oh, here, your girlfriend's there." I mean,
She'd be like,
Here we go.
That's that guy
Yo.
that said, "Vote Joe, let's get him."
He have a single out now for he just write for
The promo? Yeah, the promo.
for Joe.
Yeah, tell him about that, man. Tell him about the.
So,
Tell him about the Vote Joe promo.
Vote Joe promo. That was like that's a big thing in my career. So it was like, so I was in the movie. So the movie's coming out Tuesday. I think we had an interview with News 12, and that came around like a week before the movie came. So it was like September something, like late September. And they came up to me, and we talked about it. And the mayor was there. So he asked me to spit him a little something, so I spit him a little something. And then I told him where I'm from, things like that, and all that. And he was very interested, and he was like, I want you to make a song. And I said, okay, so give me like 3 days. So in like the first day, he sent me the beat. I already made the song, but I couldn't get it on the third day because, school, I couldn't go to the studio. I had football practice. So on that Saturday, we went.
You're a Greyhound?
Yeah, I'm a Greyhound.
Freshman?
No, I'm a sophomore, but.
You're on varsity?
No, I'm on JV, but I don't really, I don't
You
really.
need to whoop Ansonia's ass, man. You don't take it serious?
No, rapping is really my focus, but I still,
I need you to get to fucking varsity and whip Ansonia's ass. They've
Oh,
been
yeah, we
beating
got
our
y'all
ass
this
for
year.
100 years.
The Greyhounds is crazy. We got y'all this year.
We've been losing for 89 years straight.
Oh yeah, nah, we cutting that.
That
No,
rivalry
90.
is 103 years old this year.
No, my teammates, they go crazy.
All right, well, we need to whoop their ass.
Yeah, I promise.
Fucking Ansonia don't play, bro. They ship them motherfuckers from down south.
Yeah, good play. They play good, huh?
Ansonia wins the states every year.
This year we gonna play better.
Good.
We gonna play better this year.
Good.
But
We beat them 3 times in 100 years.
wow.
Yeah, 7.
It's because I wasn't playing, so.
Yeah, we not gonna dwell on that though.
All right.
What's her name? Where did I stop?
So
for?
yeah, so nah, you
The
mayor
governor-
asked you
but
to
the
write a
mayor-
song.
Yeah, the mayor asked me to write, and we did that song. And that day, Joe sent it to Joe, and his birthday was like the next week. So we went to his birthday party, and at his birthday party, everybody was like, "Oh, that's Manny Brax, that's the star," and they started giving me handshakes. And then around the end, he was like, "This is Manny Brax," and he introduced me to everybody, and he presented the song, and he told me how he appreciated me. Yeah.
Manny, if you're still on there, let me know because I want you to hear one of this guy's songs. So, Manny was a DJ that used to mix for us.
No, okay.
He's in Florida, so I want to see what the down south thinks of it. Because you know it's a different style. So, Manny, if you're still there, let me know. I'll play something and see what you think.
You talking to me or the?
No. This is a
DJ,
real
right?
Manny. This is a Puerto Rican Manny.
I'm
This is a big Manny. This is a DJ Manny. DJ Manny Fresh.
I gotta get with DJ.
He's like 4'8".
Oh wow.
He's a good dude. He got some stories. He from the BX or BK.
Okay.
Where did we go to BX? He's from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Where did we go to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the BK. He got some stories.
Okay.
He got some stories. All right, so he's there. So let me play a song, Manny. Don't leave, Manny. So I'll go back on YouTube and then we'll see what Manny thinks. Now this is down south. So we got
He's in Florida with it. He is in Florida.
Yeah, he's in Florida. So
Don't let the fact that he's got the same name as you,
all right,
impair your judgment.
Let's see what else songs you got here, man. Hold on. It's all Go Harder.
Yeah, then you got Go
Yes,
Joe.
sir.
Go Joe.
Go Joe.
Vote
Vote
Joe.
Oh,
Joe.
Vote
Yeah, I'm
Joe.
sorry,
Even
Vote
though it's
Joe.
a voting song, it don't sound whack.
Yo,
Come on.
that song is
Go
crazy.
to Vote Joe.
Vote Joe, yeah.
It don't sound
Joe
whack.
Gannum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little, you know.
Matter of fact, that
it's a
thing
little
we
kiddie.
posted that yesterday at 3:30, and we got 10,000.
Oh yeah,
views.
3 days ago, right?
No, 1 day ago. We posted that.
This video's
yesterday.
only a minute long. This is all I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's
all.
it?
Just play
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Here we go.
10,000 views in less than a day.
Taking my hits, I've taken my knocks, I've made my mistakes, I've been knocked them down, and I've come back.
Vote Joe, you got what the city needs for the growth. Vote Joe, get up and do it now, don't be slow. Vote Joe, opportunity is right at the door. Vote Joe, this the time now, yeah, we gotta grind now. Tryna get us to the top, we need to be there right now. Nobody gonna stop us, we gotta fight for the win now. Competition pipe down, we flying like a kite now. Vote Joe, you got what the city needs for the growth. Vote Joe, get up and do it now, don't be slow. Vote Joe, opportunity is right at the door. Vote Joe.
I'm Joe Gaddam, and I approve this message.
Go vote for Joe Gannon, Bridgeport Mayor on November 5th.
Your vote counts.
See, you got me Dorson, motherfucker.
Did
You have
show
any other
him-
songs?
Did you show him Go Harder? Show him Go Harder. If he
We
did.
already played that.
He
though.
played already.
Wait, did he hear it though? That's what I'm saying.
I'll play a little clip for him.
Yeah, play a little something for him.
Hold on, man. He's on delay right now. He probably ain't heard us for another 3 minutes. Here you go, Manny. Here's the new single.
Go harder.
No, that's the promo. My boy Manny
that's
Rack.
the promo, right?
Guys, coming to
Promo.
bring you that new flame.
Hold on.
The one that
Damn
had the
it.
parentheses around it, around the new sound. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's why I gotta go harder. In the city is if I'm regardless. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. That's why I gotta go harder. Mom told me to play the game smarter. That's why I gotta go harder. Like Scooby-Doo with the snacks. I would do anything for the rack. For the guap, I won't stop. I just wanna have my moms in the drop. They see my pops in the Benzie. I just
All right.
wanna have my fame in the frenzy. I wanna have my wrist built down with APs. I wanna live in the hills where they hit.
Right, so DJ Manny gave it 4 flames. White people in brown people terms, that means fire.
Thank you.
That's how you know.
Thank you, Pete. The translator.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Manny gives you 4 flames out of 5, I guess.
Thank you, Manny.
Yeah, we never established a scale, but I'm with you there.
He says it's fire.
That's good. That's good. 4 flames out of 5. We gonna make it 5 next time you hear that.
I think he just ran out of data, so he couldn't do the 5th flame. He had one of them Obama phones. He got a flip still, so it's hard to do an emoji. You got it like 8 times.
Brought back the track phone.
Yeah. That's good though. So you're endorsing Joe?
Yeah.
Boo, anything you want to ask him?
No, I'm sorry.
All right, okay.
I missed part of this hour's conversation because of my computer and everything. I'm on my phone right now, so I'm sorry. No.
So Manny says, "Send me that." And Manny's a DJ down in Florida, so.
Manny.
Get some spins
Send that to
down in
Manny.
Florida.
I'll have to tag you guys with Manny, and you guys talk to Manny. He can spin it down there in
Send
Lakewood.
that through.
Yeah.
You need airplay, or not airplay, but club play down there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what would be good down there too.
Yeah.
Go harder.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Tell them again where you can find your music, bro. Say
Everybody's all quiet and shit.
Everybody looking at you. You know.
Last week I'm like, oh, it's always about you. It's your show. I stopped talking for 3 minutes. Oh, yeah, hey, oh.
You always look like you're on the verge of about to say something. That's why I held back.
Yeah, he didn't tell us where we could find him.
Anywhere. Like iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes,
Zam, everything. Just
cool. Just search
Naugatuck High School.
Too.
That too.
Yeah, in the library chilling.
That too.
I want you to make a song about.
Your Instagram. How you find your Instagram? How do they find you on
Just
Instagram?
search up MANNYRAXX and you will find me.
I need you to make up a song on how to look up a book in the library from the old days. Like from beginning to end, man.
Card catalog.
Huh?
He's got to rap
Card
when he
catalog.
lands.
Do they even have those anymore?
Most libraries got rid of them. I'm
So
also
how do you
a
find a book?
librarian.
Everything's
Computer.
It's on the computer.
I hate you people.
You got to go to a
Hey,
reference
I didn't do
library.
it. I just learned it.
I remember when you had to find a book that was like SA starting, and there was 5 drawers with S's. So
That's how I
it
learned
was
in
S-
elementary school.
It was SA to SD.
You actually had a library class where you had to go to class and learn how to use the library.
Yeah. Now.
We had a library card.
It's a whole different game now.
When I was in high school, they didn't even call it a library anymore. They called it the media center.
Yeah, they call ours the media center
Yeah,
too.
the
It's a little
media
dumb,
center,
but
yeah.
they call it the media center.
Now it's the library media center.
Yeah, now they have
And I'm a
Starbucks in there. And
I'm a teacher,
Yeah, it's.
but I'm also a library media specialist.
Hear that? She
You
just
have
wanted-
the lady bun for
She just wanted to
library.
sprinkle that in. I'm not only a teacher.
I don't only teach your
I'm
kids.
not just the president. I'm also a client.
As long as you stay out of the news like the rest of the teachers, you're doing fine. I'm proud of
I
you.
will.
We don't need to see Rebecca 15 years in jail for molesting a 16-year-old.
That will never
I'm
happen.
out. I'm out.
Or
Go-
seducing.
Go west, young man. That'll be me.
Hey.
We had teachers that we wished we
Yes.
had relations with in school.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. I don't care what anybody says. Those guys. Who was a hot teacher in every school?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the dirty things we thought about them while we were in class.
You ever had a crush on your teacher?
Like 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, I had a teacher in high school when I was 17. I see her at parties now, and I mention to her every time I see her that she was my first boner.
Oh,
okay.
Well, and then she really freaked you out when she's like, and I could be.
Well,
your
she's like
last.
70 now. But gotta give her something to live for.
I don't know how people be having crushes on their teacher because it's like they 30. So if y'all get together,
They're
that's
30.
the case.
Ow, man.
They be about like
Ew.
30. Even 25, it still don't matter. You gonna catch a case. That's pedophilia.
You catch it one.
Yeah.
You got to bring a whole lot of apples.
That could be a rape
A
case.
whole lot of apples.
It's only rape if the boy tells. That's the problem. The boys have been telling.
Yeah. You don't talk about it.
And every teacher that's been arrested is hot.
Yeah. Guys get their heart broken, they tell him, man.
Yeah, that's the problem. Bitch didn't bring me my pass. I'm telling the police on you.
She only gave me a B+.
Right?
Damn. She's cold.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I get all mad at her.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting an A when I was sucking up titties, huh? Yeah.
How quick we forget.
Yeah. How quick we forget stop sucking them titties, we get a D. How about these nuts, bitch?
This is if you guys didn't know, man, this is the PPRN show, underground.
We still
raw,
gotta be us, man.
Raw and uncut.
That's right.
This is my third and fourth time over here, bro. It's never changed.
We never changed. We're like a rib shack in Hamden. It's still there.
Still there.
Been there since 1920. Ain't changing. If you don't like my mac and cheese, you can go fuck yourself.
Hit the bricks.
We have we have a barbecue that we deal with, and the guy calls it D-Pervs. We told him last week, like, you might want to change the name from the word says perv in it, man.
So Manny, do you perform anywhere? Do you go to clubs and do you rhyme, or do you how do you get your name out there besides just the internet?
I'm actually supposed to be performing Sunday at a model show in Bridgeport.
Fashion show, yeah.
Yes, sir.
At the Sasso Mambo.
On the 27th.
It's from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock.
Nice.
Is
So
it
come
hosted-
down and check us out.
man.
Check Manny Racks out. Pretty much
Does the-
debut single.
Does the host, when he comes on stage, does he start it off with yes?
He might.
The host?
The host? Is he a big Puerto Rican guy with a beard?
We haven't seen him yet. We'll keep an eye out just in case.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
turning into the host soon as I hop on the stage,
All right.
so it's not gonna matter.
His name is either Eddie or what's another common Spanish name?
Fernando.
Jose?
Jesus.
Orlando.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Juan.
Yeah, but definitely the show's going down at the Sasso Mambo this Sunday.
Any food?
Definitely.
October 27th.
Any food at this?
I think so.
We don't know yet.
I think so. If there's black people there, it's going to be food.
If it's got Mambo in the name, it's gotta have food. It's gotta have some kind of red lights in the window.
Nah, it's
Man, I'm
taco truck.
starving.
You're always hungry at 9:30.
I am, man.
How did you get your song in the movie?
I got my song in the movie because
Chloroform, towel.
Joe sent it.
Guns.
Jay Wills, he sent it to, soon as we made it, he seen potential and he wanted it out there. So he sent it to, what's his name? Arnez J. He sent it to Arnez J. and to Wanda.
You know what's funny? When we met Jay, a while back, and Eddie was producing him. Now he's out here producing others. So he paying it forward.
That's great, yeah.
We've been around long enough with Jay too, and you know what's even better is he remembered me. That's what's even better, that he remembered PPRN. When we first met him, do you think this is bad? We had Fireball by the gallon back then. Yeah, man, we were drunk by 9:30. Our show was a lot more raw then. It's evolved, but
it's good like that.
when we met Jay, he was being produced. He was young and like you, not your age, but and now he's out there returning the favor. So be grateful, man.
Yeah. I'm very grateful. Yeah, this is a big blessing.
What's up, John? Huh?
I said this is a big blessing.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
A big blessing.
For sure. For sure.
That's cool, man.
Definitely.
No, the song.
Let's get some bars.
I was just about to say.
Oh yeah,
I was
let's
just
freestyle
about to say
before.
this.
All right,
Freestyle.
I'm gonna turn on Boo's sound so he can hear him freestyle. Boo's gonna be one of our judges.
Okay.
Now you know we do this with every rapper, right, Boo?
Yes, we do.
We make sure that they can spit, right? So let's see what we
Right.
got. And I'm gonna find a really hard beat, something that you ain't recognize.
Alright.
You might recognize it.
Make it so I can't it's not easy to flow on it, you know.
Oh, all right. He's
Well,
asking for a challenge. I like
can't-
this already,
I
man.
can't play any Mobb
That's
Deep,
promising.
Just go to Achy Breaky Heart.
Yeah.
You know, just so you can find the,
Come on. Play some James Brown.
Hang on.
By freestyle.
Let's see.
I will say that, I mean, for Go Hard, a great production and catchy hook.
Oh, thank you.
Catchy hook.
Appreciate
So, you know,
that. I did
it's
the
a
beat all by myself.
Yeah,
And he wrote it all by himself.
That's good, man. That's impressive.
Crazy beat, man. That
Very
beat.
good.
Oh.
That's hard work.
So
right
much success. You know, I'm hoping for you.
Appreciate that.
It's a Kendall song and all gangster.
Need some beats. Holla
Well, you know,
at Jay Willis, man.
Holla at my boy.
Back in the day, on 90.1 WCS, I hosted a hip hop show for
Did
4
you?
years. 4 years.
See, we learned more shit about Kendall afterwards.
You didn't know that?
200 shows I did.
No, I didn't know that.
200 shows.
That's a lot of shows.
Swinging with the Iceman.
C.
Get into the freestyle thing. If you ain't feeling it, say something. Or give him some beats.
Nah.
You
We're
got it?
gonna at least put 4 on it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, they say I'm raw. I swear I'm a dog with it. Give me a beat. I'ma put all my claws in it. I don't care. Ooh.
You see Boo's stink eye right now?
Take your time.
Sunshine, do all this hurting. By my sister, some gold yard, my mama a Birkin. I do not care, cause you always see me lurking. And I be out here, and I get the rapping, get the versatility. I do not care, cause the shorty's feeling me. It ain't feeling on me. Oh, wait.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to the judges.
You was getting there. Wow, you was getting there too.
No.
All right, Boo. All right, go ahead, Boo.
You was getting
Wait.
there.
He was getting there, but too late. It's American Idol.
Pop quiz.
Honestly, I didn't hear it. All I heard was the beat. I'm sorry.
Oh, you heard the beat?
Dane.
Bad connection. That's
You
all.
know, I mean, you stumbled a little bit, but for what
I love
for
how
what you got
I
out.
love how white people are critiquing the black guy. On
Artist to
hip-hop.
artist, man. I'm a punk rocker. You know? See, I mean, I'm a songwriter, and that's,
It wasn't
that's
up to my
impressive.
standards.
No, I'm saying, like, he stumbled a little bit, but it was impressive. Like, what you got out was good. What you got out was
Rebecca,
solid.
pronunciation-wise?
We can do an acapella. We could do
Do
acapella.
acapella. That would flip a acapella.
Hold on, let's get Kendall.
We don't have the beat changed on him. So he was getting into.
This is
his
what it's
flow.
supposed to do. That's a real artist. You can adapt.
Right, but the beat went silent. And that's a hard,
Okay.
so.
I'm not saying he's not a real artist. I'm saying that's
did real well.
an artist can adapt.
You did an amazing job.
He did an amazing job. Ricky?
Amazing.
The whitest of white ladies.
Why gotta be the whitest of white?
Because
I
you
don't
don't even
know.
like rap.
I
It
don't
might
like
be
rap,
me.
but I mean, I don't really know much about it, honestly, but it sounded good to me.
To me,
came back.
I thought he was nervous.
Alright.
He was
Let
trying
me
too
show you.
hard.
Let me show you real quick.
He was trying too hard.
I'm not really with the.
All right, so Boo, you gotta judge this one because there ain't no music behind it. Go ahead.
Good, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, me.
Let me start it off with you.
Alright. Let me show you something. My wish gonna come true, don't need a genie to grin it. Thankful for these blessings I counted, I can't take them for granted. Need some beans in my burrito, they be thinking I'm spinach. I've always seen the bigger picture, my vision panoramic. I'ma get pressure applied, tell the truth, never lie. I need a ring for what I'm doing, like Carmelo in his prime. Gotta see the dream vividly so I can't get teary-eyed. Walk on water with some sandals and make them say, oh my God. Break bread with my brothers like I'm really Jesus. Feel like I'm Martin Luther King cause I'm a true believer. I've been the coldest thing alive ever since a fetus. Shorty know I wonder, but in real life I don't never need her. My people need me on their side like some lotion, so every day I got this pencil in motion. Nowadays being great is a main focus, cause I know that one day I gotta be noticed. Mama know that I'm a blessing, but it wasn't in disguise. People be too iffy, I can see the weirdo in they eyes. Just rapping is my best friend, it give me a different vibe. See too much to cry, I'll forever be alive, I'll survive.
All right, so let's hear from Manny. He's on delay. Let's hear from Manny, our hip hop resident hip hop aficionado. Yeah.
Had to redeem myself.
So he's on delay right now, so we're waiting on him. Boo, what did you think?
I like his lyrical style. I really like his lyrical style. He has some substance behind his lyrics.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And this guy's got Venetian blinds.
He does.
So he's got,
and central air.
So
he's got central air above his head.
Good job, man. Good
But
job.
yeah, I thought that I thought it was really good. I like that you have, your lyrics talk about something, and I like it. So very good.
Dame?
I think your lyrics have bite. They have power. You have really good lyrics, but I do want to, if I have any critique, and again, I'm not really a rap guy, so
just get to it, honky.
I'm a music writer. No. Well, as a music writer, you're very fast, and speed is good, but sometimes power.
Say that to Busta Rhymes.
What?
I thought you were going to make
No. Speed is good, but sometimes power comes from pause.
Yeah, clarity.
Or 50 cents on Stars every Sunday.
You know what I mean? No, what I'm saying though is like, because I mean, it's the same thing. Like if I'm listening to a guitar player and they're just like making like a bunch of noise, it's like it doesn't sound like anything.
How's it going?
If you listen to a guy, if you listen to somebody who can play with emotion, who can play with some power and really bend the notes and make something out of it, that's important. And I feel the same way with your rhymes. Like sometimes if you're going too fast, it loses its power because you don't have time to absorb it. You're on to the next thing before the person really can feel you.
Do you
know
want
what I mean?
something slow?
I'm just.
I was.
It was impressive. It was good.
Give him another one.
I was gonna say that he kind of has like almost a Lupe Fiasco flow, like the way that he expresses himself. I know it's like everyone's their own artist, but it like sounds somewhat similar.
Thank you, Snow White.
She had to check that with me first. She texted me. I'm like, just say it.
It's a good compliment.
I liked it. I liked it. I do agree with Jane. Hit you with the turkey real quick. And I agree a little bit with the sentiment of what he's saying. But for the verse performed there, I think it was effective. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I liked it.
Like I said, it had power. It was good. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Just
I'm
patient.
Ricky?
Yeah, just patient.
It was good.
Sometimes.
Manny says nice and got potential.
Thank you.
See how they only respect the Puerto Rican, right?
He didn't send any flames that time, though.
No fire.
All right, you weren't honest, right? You weren't honest?
Yeah.
You're young. You're young. You're very young. You got talent.
Thank you.
You can flow. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But the key, I will always be honest with you. Key to being an up here level, you have to learn. Because you're going to walk in the Hot 97 one day, they're going to be like, here's the fucking beat, let's see what you got. You stumble, you're done.
Definitely.
You ain't going to be in the basement. You're going to be on the 13th floor, and Funk Flex is going to be like, let me hear something, and you're going to stumble, and you're done. Your name is done. So critiquing-wise, you got it. Yeah. Work on your fucking freestyle when music's on the ground. Because a DJ like Manny or myself will throw in 5 songs. Like for someone... Say Jay, promote your ass like a motherfucker. Funk Flex or whoever's on power calls you in. Angie Martinez calls you in. Ooh, you got skills. Let me see. You're on YouTube. You got skills. Let me hear you freestyle. Boom. Here's a Mobb Deep. Here's a Mobb Deep song. First instrumental. You fuck up like you did. You're done. In this industry, you're done. Work on that. I'm not saying you're not good.
I know what you're saying. That feedback. I respect.
Yes, because let me tell you something. The hip hop world is not a fucking apologetic world. They will throw you in They're like a Philadelphia Philly fan. They'll throw you over the fucking. They'll throw you on the field, bro. Hip hop doesn't play. They do not play. Look at DMX hit the pipe once. Now he's a motherfucker. Nobody like him. You know what I mean? Like so, it's you could be you're young though. Fuck, man. You got plenty of time. You got a lot of potential. Manny says you got potential. We all say you got potential.
I ain't want to say nothing dumb, first off. And second off, it was like, I didn't want to say nothing that was written on the beat. So it was like...
That's right. You don't got to make excuses. I'm just telling you in the radio world what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And without radio, you ain't shit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Definitely.
Believe me, without Spotify, without radio, without Pandora, without like people endorsing you like Funk Flex, yeah. Even like Eddie would probably say to you, yeah, man, you know, you're young, but you got to tighten this, you got to tighten. Eddie won't let you in the studio unless you're tight.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Will's giving you a shot. He thinks you're tight. He thinks you're good. That's good. Yeah. Now critiquing you, we're loving on you.
Yeah,
and we're telling you,
watching your back.
You do have some skills.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, just one thing out of everything, right? He needs to tighten up on is the on-demand shit. Like, what if I walk on stage and someone tells me, or make me laugh? Guess what? That one dude, that one time that I can make it big is sitting in that audience, and I freeze like that. Guess what? Done. I gotta go try to prove myself again for another 8 years. I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta understand, you have to do every show. You have to do every show like it's the show that takes you to the top.
Not just show, but every time you open your mouth to spit, basically.
I don't give a fuck if you're in the bodega ordering a sandwich. Sing that shit. Give me some rye with some extra mayo with some Italian bread, bitch. Like, gangster that shit up, do something. You know what I mean? Like, every time.
You want that toasted?
Fuck a toast, bitch. And if you end everything in bitch, it makes you sound real gangster. Like, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We can do
Let's run one more.
All right, go ahead. One more. Good.
The audience is asking for one more. You know what I mean? Like, we need this.
Who the hell keeps fucking messaging me? Is that who? That's my dick.
Y'all ready?
Booja burp.
Yeah, let's go.
Good.
Have you ever put that pain in without the gain? Still got a smile on my face on them rainy days. Chose another path cause all of them stayed in one lane. They tried to crop me out the picture when I made the frame. How you gonna shoot for the stars when you got no aim? Told my mama I got it, it's time to make a name. Swear I don't have a heart to say no display. How you say you understand me, we don't think the same. Cold-blooded, but all my words come out in flames. Can't vent, so all these feelings go down the drain. Them angels watching on me peeking through them heaven gates. I'm on my business, no one can say I don't know my place. I got to chase for the bag.
I'm not laughing at you, but this fucking dude was sneezing.
Sorry. Yeah, I had to look up real quick and I see it.
Right?
Sorry.
Freestyle.
Let me not get distracted.
Stop sneezing, honky.
I can't help it, man. I got a cold.
You sound like Felix Hunger.
Manny, you start. Hold on.
I was trying to beatbox behind him. What?
No, man, you're fine. You're fine. You're young, bro. You trust me. You got all the time in the world. You are in the right path. You don't got to spit no more than me because you don't got to prove yourself. You ain't got to prove yourself to nobody. Yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you don't think you're good in here, I told these motherfuckers last week I was going to do stand up. They all laughed at me, treating me like Sinead names.
That's because you're funny, bitch.
I thought we were very supportive.
No, you weren't. Not at all. I'm kidding.
I said you did an amazing job.
You always say that.
I think if you told us you wanted to do stand up, we didn't laugh.
I could be on fire if you said I do an amazing job.
Or do stand up, crickets.
Just.
Yeah, I know. It's just the first time, so I gotta put a good impression on.
Oh, no, you don't. No doubt. Man. Don't work.
You already made the good impression,
bro. You're in a basement.
You got view. You got view. Boys watching live.
You're in a basement. You ain't making big yet.
And you got the right people behind you.
Yes, you do. Jay's great. Jay's amazing people.
And you got your dad next to you.
Jay's always been real with me, even though my style of radio, he's never judged me, and that's a good man right there too. Your dad too. Like we went hard on him in the beginning, and he stayed there. So he's like, I'll fuck a motherfucker up. Keep crossing that line, dude. my boy's right there. Don't make me look stupid.
You hit him with that Haitian dust.
Mandela fucking on you. Yeah, and John is saying, don't give up, kid.
Thank you.
People are saying, Manny said you got fire, you got potential.
Thank you.
Definitely, man.
Manny don't even give his own wife four flames. Trust me.
Oh.
She make a good paella. He's like 3 flames. 3 flames. So, whatever Puerto Ricans eat, pork or whatever.
Pork flame comes out of my anus.
Pork shoulder. Then put up adobo on the motherfucker.
Tell them some more about where you find your music, man, for the ones who's just tuning in.
Bro, find my music.
Yeah, a lot of people
all the platforms.
Yeah, go to Manny.
Radio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, anything you.
And what they looking? What they searching?
Manny Rax, MANNYRAXX.
Steve said he would drive to see me do stand up.
And the music go harder, and they could listen to Go Joe too. You know, that's part
you
of
could listen to Vote Joe when you're feeling on that political side.
All right.
If they want to see you live, where you
listen
playing
to
live.
yourselves fucking breathe. We need a break.
Tell them about the show.
Tell them
them
what
about
you're
the
playing,
show.
man.
Tell them about the show Sunday.
On the 27th, we doing a show on Sunday at Mambo.
Sasso Mambo. Sunday.
We doing that 2 to 7. You know it's gonna be lit.
What town is that?
And we got a new 12,
Bridgeport.
another new 12 interview popping off. You know that same day. So
that same day. Yeah.
we'll keep it busy, man. Manny Rax is about to do this. We're just keeping him busy. You know what I'm saying?
And what's that movie your song's in?
It's major.
It's major.
It's it's major movie.
Yep.
Cool, man.
It's
That's on
it's
Amazon?
major, produced by
Very cool.
Sinedria Potter.
And you can catch Manny's music on DaneHonky.com. We'll be right back. We're going to do a couple more minutes, and then we're going to do what we learned. Everybody on Facebook, come over to the side, the radio side. It's the search PPRN. I don't know. Fuck PPRNradio.net. You go right to the site, and it goes right to the button, all right? Facebook is done.
Hey, Todd, what's up, my boy?
We'll be back. All right, we'll be back in a
Thanks for the
couple
love,
minutes.
man. All the love y'all been showing us on this live. We
Hang on a
appreciate
second.
y'all.
I got to change the music.
Jay
Hang
Wills,
on.
Manny Rax.
You keep talking.
Hey Peter, if I'm ever overstepping my bounds, just tell me not to try to drive in the car. Don't try to drive the car.
Nobody oversteps.
Inside joke from last week.
I know.
I know you know.
I'm making a lot of money with this fucking driving. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let Boo listen to this too, cause get it, girl.
Tune back in a minute, all right, y'all? Appreciate it.
That is the longest song. We're back. PPRNradio.net. We got Boo.
Hey.
Just be good to Boo.
Our electric boogaloo.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Any new love interests or no?
No.
All right.
Shit.
No.
Ratings week.
Oh.
We need some stories.
It's ratings week in podcast land. And
no stories to tell, unfortunately. When it rains, it pours, and right now it hasn't been raining a drop. It's Easter famine, and right now it's famine. So it's all good. It'll swing back around eventually.
Keep the faith, my friend. Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if it's that serious, honestly.
No.
It's more of whatever happens.
That's the best place to be in, my friend.
Yeah.
Manny, before I was talking about music that started this shit.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard what I've been playing in the background?
Yeah, you've been playing very vintage music.
Right here. This shit right here?
Do you like hearing music of your youth referred to as vintage?
Very vintage.
Get some roller skates, Jay, you know.
Is that vinegar or fine wine?
I'll be Boo. I'll be Boo. Think on it, man. Yo, back in the day, their hair was fucked up. Look at that. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy over there. Dancing, jamming like a motherfucker, boy. What? Jay, we need to have like a soul night one night or something.
Yeah, word.
Like some old school night or something, right, man?
I'm around for that.
Bring it back like they don't know. And every old man brings a youngin'.
I Sam, that's all I listen to.
You would like 94.3 then. You live in Naugatuck, it gets in there, right?
Yeah, it would be a little spotty, I think, but...
Yeah, you need to listen to 94.3, man.
Really? 94.3?
94.3.
Okay.
Where do you work?
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
You work in Naugatuck too or no?
No, Greenwich.
With Greenwich? Yeah, you ain't
No,
gonna
sure.
get it, no.
You can listen online, though.
You can listen to it. But if you're in the New Haven area, Naugatuck area?
Is it New Haven like 93? Is it
94.3.
94.3?
Yeah, play
Oh,
all
okay.
old school all day.
Okay, maybe. I think I've been listening to it.
It's only they don't do no hardcore rap. They just do R&B, and they do a couple rap songs, but they don't like go into mumble or nothing like that. It's just our age.
Didn't Foxy Brown remix this?
I think
Or
she
at
did.
least sample it?
I think she did with the locks, right?
Yeah, I think she did too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
With the locks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
some, too.
Where's she at now?
You know, black people took a lot of work to get the hair like that, man. Look at that.
Like what?
Like feathered.
Well, let me share the screen. I'll show you.
Oh Lord, here
You
it
see it?
goes.
You see the YouTube thing? Look at that hair, boo.
Yes.
Look at that hair. That's a lot of relaxer.
That's
Hey, that's a lot of relaxer, man.
A lot of stuff. That
Yeah.
is true.
That's a lot of relaxer.
Lots and lots of stuff goes into that hairstyle.
Doesn't
And
happen
not
overnight.
Just relax.
No. If you ever brought a black woman home, your pillow had a lot of grease on it. Because it was all relaxer. It was just
Well,
they
that
had the
would,
huh?
that would wouldn't be relaxer because you actually wash out relaxer. It's just product that's in there.
Oh, that's right. They called it product. My bad. I thought it was what else did they use besides relaxer? They would use fuck with this.
Well, there's the straightening comb.
That's true too. And dudes would walk around with a brown brush and make waves in their head.
Yeah.
Remember the waves?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
those? I remember that, the waves.
What are they called? I can't remember what the name of the brush is called. Can't remember.
Brown brush?
I don't know.
Something like that.
We went to school with a kid who had a brush.
I'm gonna date myself. I bet you, Jay, you had a pick?
A pick of what?
A pick.
Afro pick.
Oh, no, not with me.
I had a pick.
At the shop, yeah.
I had a pick.
I did.
If my hair grows out, I look like Rick James.
I did.
Swear to God, I got long curls.
Grow your hair out. Throw it back.
I gotta get permission.
Oh.
I don't have to get permission. I try growing my hair, then I get fucking aggravated. I'm like, God damn it. Then I'm like everybody on the stoop, twisting and pulling. What a nice night. Yeah, Jay to come back.
Nah, this was definitely great, man. Great
Manny
coming.
Rex is in the
Check you guys
building.
out.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us. Big shout out to you, Pete. You know what I'm saying? You
Thank
always
you,
got
man.
your doors open.
Thank you. Yes, I do.
Appreciate you.
Manny died at 10 o'clock. You all right, man? You sleepy, man?
Yeah, you got school in the morning.
Yeah.
Real talk. That's it.
Yeah,
Keep
that
it real over
melatonin
here.
coffee? What's up?
Say it's okay. I got school. I gotta go to school. I gotta be up at 6 o'clock.
Look,
5:30, right?
You're in the
5:30?
industry, bro. I gotta be up at 5. Don't give me that shit. You are in the you are in the industry, bro. This is it. You gotta do these basement late night interviews.
Yeah.
Can't let it get to me.
That's nothing right now. That's just like, that's a little test.
Yes, sir.
Big taste.
Yeah.
What the hell you watching?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
What the fuck is he watching?
You might not be able to hear us with the.
I hear every word you're saying. You're just not speaking to me.
Oh, yes,
so.
we are, girl. Yes, we are.
No, you were talking about Manny being tired, and Manny has to get up at 6, and you were like, "Well, bitch, I have to get up at 5."
Right.
So I heard everything you said.
All right. So we have a lot of people in the studio tonight. Let's do our plugs. Don't forget travelingtorow.com. Traveling, the word traveling. If you can't spell it, I can't help you. Traveling to Row, TAROT.com. If you want Boo to read your fortunes, your whatever. Your future, your love interest.
Oh,
your,
psychic.
He will never tell you
Who's a
if you're going to
psychic?
die. Boo is the psychic.
Oh.
He's got really good prices, too, for PPRN listeners.
brother.
$75 an hour.
$75 an
Use-
hour.
Use the PPRN promo code.
And he hasn't changed that price since I've met him 9 years ago, so that's good.
That's
That's
good,
not
yeah.
true.
I'm trying to help you, man. Chill. He was. I should have said he was 150, but he lowered it for PPRN.
You learn for the poor people, right?
Yeah, you use the keyword PPRN and you get a discount, $75. No, check it out, travelingtorow.com. Don't make fun of his business while you're doing a plug, because he don't like that.
Right.
The 34s, they have 34s. Dane is in a rock and roll band, by the way. Maybe you guys can
What's it
sample
called?
something one day. The 34s.
Oh,
The
yeah.
34s.
And he also does a Beatles tribute band.
What
too.
do you play?
I play guitar and I sing and I write. I also play the bass guitar. I play the drums. I play the harmonica.
He's very good.
Bunch of stuff.
Really?
Thank you. I was gonna say you could almost play him a little track to lead the show out.
That sounds good. You know, just give it a little promotion.
We pay him enough every week. We ain't got
Yeah, thanks.
I'm kidding. And Rebecca, you can see her at a school near you.
Hey.
Unless you're black, because it's Wallingford.
Not true.
I'm kidding. Kendall, you can see him. Where are you this week?
God,
The Office.
Yeah, I'm in the office.
You're not doing any events?
No, I am.
You play too?
No, for work.
He's a promotions coordinator for 5 of the major radio stations in Connecticut.
Wow. Okay.
On Sunday, I'll be in Stamford Town Center. They're doing like their fall fest
For
Star and Fox.
Star and the Fox?
Yeah, so come on down if you want to do some fall
Wow.
things in Connecticut.
Ricky, you can see her if you have any issues with your pets. She does gerbils too.
I do not do gerbils.
Well,
That's Richard Gere.
Well, they fix gerbils. How's that? To me, gerbils expendable, but some people love their pets. So, Jay Wills, he's an artist, and then Manny Rax, and then Daddy over there. So,
I'm the manager, so
Artist, producer, barber, everything.
and this Friday you can come check me out. I will be at the Monsters Ball for Chaz and AJ and Fantasia in North Haven until 2:00 in the morning on Saturday or Friday, and then Saturday morning come down to the Yale Bowl. We'll be broadcasting live from the Yale Bowl for PLR for the tailgate party. We give out free food from D Pervs. It's a barbecue. That's the name. That's his name, D Perv. All right. And Sunday I'll be doing a walk in Madison. Beach? The beach?
I think it's Hammonasset.
Hammonasset. I'll be doing a walk in Hammonasset on Sunday morning. So doing that radio thing. And
like a breakfast meal, ham and acid.
don't forget on Mondays getting sports with Drunk, and that's the boys. They do sports until about 2:00 in the morning.
But moreover, we drink.
Sometimes you can still hear them when you're sleeping the next day. They're still here. Great bunch of people. Don't forget to check out their show, and then download my show too. As a matter of fact, and don't forget my show on Mondays on WPLR, 99.1 in Connecticut. Why are you at court today? That's Street Pete, and check that out too. So, with that said, we are going to start off with Jay. What did you learn today, Jay?
I learned I met a few great other peoples that I have not met here before, and I'm grateful for that. And the topic on the black and the N-word thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just. It was enlightening in types of ways, because sometimes you don't really think about everything that you hear or see, but when it comes into a open forum, that's when you begin to see what effect it take on people and different individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Manny, what'd you learn?
I've learned that y'all are some authentic people. And y'all are very cool.
He got quiet after I critiqued him, huh? Right? You noticed that?
No.
Bitch.
He's reflecting.
Don't do that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm playing with you.
I was
What
a
else
little
is-
tired, but
Okay,
I
what
don't say
else
all
is-
that because we in the business. But, I need to get better. That's what I learned. Y'all cool. Thank you.
Dad, what'd you learn?
Well,
Get closer. Eat the mic. Put that big black thing in your mouth.
That's softball right there.
Like Joe said, a lot of conversation that sometimes you're scared to have with you're scared to have politics and different things but I came here and you guys just open up, so I like that, and I always like to meet new people.
Good.
Yeah.
And we welcome the Haitians. I remember that. It was a running joke. I was in Job Corps. You know what Job Corps is?
Oh yeah.
I was in Job Corps.
Yeah, my boy used to go there.
And I was in with Puerto Ricans, blacks, whatever. And the blacks would always be like, "Are you Haitian?" I don't know what it was. They used to like to make fun of Haitians.
But
when he said Haitian, I'm like, oh.
That's good. You have me in your show, so I'm Haitian, so I could have my people turn up too.
Love everybody, man.
Yeah,
That's
why
it.
not?
That's it. Love everybody.
Yeah.
Job Corps. Listen, if you're a minority or whatever, and you can't go nowhere, man, there's alternatives, and I'm a product of Job Corps.
I mean, Job Corps is pretty good.
They pay you to go.
Yeah, a lot of people that go there turn out,
I became an electrician from it.
See, I should have went there instead of go.
Where else can you go to school and they pay you? They pay you. When I was in Job Corps, they paid me. And they were going to relocate me to Atlanta because they were building the stadium for the Olympics. That's how long ago it was.
Nice.
When Atlanta had the stadium.
Wow,
They gave me tools when I graduated. They gave me a paycheck every month to be there. They gave me 3 meals. They gave me a dorm, and I could only come home on weekends. And I did school, and I did, and I learned a trade. And it wasn't a minority thing. It was unemployment was like, all right, no one's taking advantage of this. We're
So
going to
they
give it
just
to
giving
people,
it out.
the
Yeah.
people that don't have jobs.
Yeah.
And I hung out with some fucking gangster motherfuckers. Let me tell you, gangster fucking motherfuckers. Job Corps used to be a judge would be like, all right, either you're going to go to Job Corps or you're going to go to prison. Pick one. It ain't gonna be nothing else. Either that or that.
Job Corps.
Job Corps. And Job Corps, you had to earn a trip home. You couldn't just go home for 30 days. You had to stay at school. And then if you had if your bed was a mess, or if you missed school, or if you acted up, you couldn't leave for the weekend. It was pretty tight, and it had like an 80% successful rate. Me, I was just I was already disciplined. I just didn't have a job, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll go for free. But
Why not?
it had 80% graduation rate, and it worked. So if you are definitely struggling and you're under the age of 30, go to Job Corps. I'm telling you, they pay you. They pay you to go, bro. They give you a check literally of $150. I don't know, it's probably more now, but they give you a check of $150 a week. Like at the end of the week, when you're done with school, you go to the auditorium and they give you money, a check. And then when you graduate, they give you a check for like $5,000 and all the tools. It's really a good plan. So, anyways, Job Corps, bitch. That's where I was. All right, what's Kendall?
I just learned about Job Corps. It's actually great. I love hearing about local. I'm a huge hip hop fan. I love hearing local hip hop artists, on their way up, and they get to, come and hang out in our realm a little bit. It's always fun to, kind of put them in the spot, make a freestyle.
It scares the fuck out of people when they pull up and they see a house.
Like,
a basement.
Am I in the right place?
Yeah.
So you see me just my silhouette.
Yeah.
I learned Dane could play. I knew Dane was very talented. I knew he could play all those instruments.
Skin flute.
Yeah,
That's right. Oh my god.
I learned that Jay could drink a nip over 3 hours.
Right.
I've never seen that done. A little at a time.
You saw that? He did it all
Yeah,
classy,
wow.
right? He did it all classy with a cup.
Yeah. I mean, I drink like 10 in 5 minutes. So.
You and I would have bad livers right now.
And that's about it. Ricky's got her shawl
That was
on.
a good one. Nip in 3 hours.
Are you cold?
It's freezing down here.
No, it is not. You guys are ridiculous. Rebecca, did you learn anything?
I learned a lot.
What'd you learn?
I learned that his music is very good. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. There is hope for the next musical generation.
Follow him. Manny Racks.
That's what I learned.
All right, that's a lot, huh? All right, Dane, what'd you learn?
Rap era.
Oh man. Well, I also learned about Manny Rax tonight, and very good, man. You have a lot of talent.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Man. I'm
Yeah,
following you on Spotify now.
I'm gonna follow you
looking
too,
forward
because
to
I
hearing
like
new
Ben.
shit,
You know,
new
I
shit.
like to go from time to time.
You
I
can
like
go
to
see them
live
tomorrow night in West Haven at Randall's.
Yeah, actually, I'll throw this out at you. My band hosts an open mic every Thursday night at Randall's in West Haven from 7 to 10. So if you're in the area and you want to do some rhymes, come on down, man. We'll set you up.
Thank you.
All right, Boo, what'd you learn?
I learned that we can have guests, and it's actually an interesting show. Not for nothing, but most times when we have guests, they just sit there or mute, or they have nothing interesting to add to the conversation. And it's nice that we had a guest tonight three guests tonight that actually contributed to the show tonight. So thank you very
Appreciate
much
it.
for that.
Boss.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You're welcome.
it,
You're
boo.
welcome. We'll
Big
come
up,
back.
boo.
We'll come back.
Let's see, what else did I learn? I guess it's really, I really do appreciate when we have the rare guests. We rarely do guests anymore, but when we do have guests, that they do contribute. So
It's nice to pick and choose guests now and not have to rely on them.
yeah. So that's what I learned.
Dave Sheehan will be here next week, by the way, everybody.
Who?
Yay.
You love Dave.
Comedian Dave.
It's always good.
Boo's always moist when Dave and Dane are in the same room.
Yes. They both make me so very, very moist.
What would you learn?
I agree with Boo and the fact that he's a 15-year-old kid and can hold a conversation. He's very well spoken and polite, and
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
It's not that common.
Are you flirting?
That's what I'm doing. I'm not.
kidding,
I'm not a
I'm
school
kidding.
teacher.
I'm kidding. Not Rebecca. That's nice words from you.
Well, it's true.
You
He's
never say that
15,
about our
he's-
guests, actually.
He's well spoken.
Very well spoken for his age, yeah.
He contributed a lot.
He did.
Answered a lot of questions.
He talked more than Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very quiet.
He's got potential.
All right, what did I learn? I learned that we did a show tonight with the Kardashians because they were on the camera the whole night. Jay and Mandy Kardashian. No, I learned that out of the 10 years that PPRN has been in existence, I learned that the good ones stick. And when they want to promote something, they message you.
Yeah.
And that means a lot. And I love that Jay messaged me and thought of us to promote Mandy. So
Well,
that's
thank
good,
you
man.
for opening your door for us. You know,
of
thank
course.
you. You could have said no, but you know,
We could have.
Yeah, well, thank you.
But we don't.
Thank you.
Manny, thank you for like my wife said. Jay, I love you, man. You know I love you, man. Jay or Manny, damn, a very, 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 a very, very inviting and an amazing young man that sat in our studio and wasn't a fucking asshole. Seriously, he was very mature. Spoke when he needed to speak and didn't interrupt anybody and got his product out there. And that's what. And that makes me kind of like upset now that I critiqued him, but fuck that. I'm in the industry, Joe. Trust me. But yeah, it's nice to have a young man like yourself in the studio and not take this as a joke. That's good because it means you're gonna get somewhere.
Yes, sir.
So if you ever get anywhere and I'm still on radio, man, hook me up, man. I need a fucking break. What else did I learn? I learned that you can't assume someone's black if they're Haitian or Puerto Rican or whatever. But Dad's a good sport too, man. He's not too many. Myself too. Not too many men are with their child as much as you are, obviously, and go to like things like this. My mother told me radio was ridiculous. My mother would never come to a radio show with me because she said radio was ridiculous. It's never going to be something you'll ever pursue. And I have a lot of respect that you sit next to your son. So
Thank you.
my mother didn't respect radio until she actually saw me at a radio station event. And I was at the lowest form of a station event. And that's, but if people listen to their parents, Howard Stern wouldn't be a billionaire right now. So. Kendall, I just still can't get over that beard. I just can't. I don't know.
I'm gonna shave my head.
What's the guy that was on the Partridge Family? What's his name?
Danny Bonaducci.
It's too Danny Bonaducci for me.
It's super red. I can't change it.
Can't do it. And between the long sideburns and I don't know. I like it better with no hair.
Oh, and by the way, next week all of this will be gone.
Thank God, because I'm tired of looking at that booger in your nose.
Shut up. All of this will be gone. My beard will be gone. The hair on my head will be gone.
Make sure you shape the nose hair, because I see that. It's right there. It's so white.
It makes you look distinguished.
It does not. We still just had a booger in his nose the whole time. He knows I love his ass.
Anyway, this is all going away. I'm so grateful that it's all going away.
I
looks good.
Learned that Rebecca, every week that you're out of the news, that's good. You're a teacher, you understand what I'm saying? Put two and two together, you'll get it.
Amazing job.
Amazing.
You want some tickets?
I also learned that the 80s was great music, and this guy right here. You won't know. You won't know what it is. I learned Dane is.
What?
I learned Dane missed his calling. He should have been a stripper.
Oh.
Because every time he walks down with that choo-choo hat, I want to back that train up.
Love you too, Peter.
I love that we can joke like that. Love that Dane's always here every week and hasn't quit yet. Thank you.
Have no desire to, man. I like it here.
I know. We love you here.
I love being here.
I learned that
I'll say that
a
again
memory
without
came.
the dick in my mouth.
What?
I said I'll say that again without your dick in my mouth. I love being here.
I learned the other night that a memory popped up and it was Uncle Phil, and I thought Boo was like, I've been friends longer with Boo than that.
Oh.
But he does look like Phil, right? Uncle Phil? Right? Fuck you.
I can't wait. I have all of this here for my role, but as soon as we wrap, all of it's going away. Can't wait.
You know what I learned the most this week? Is when I get sick, my wife is all over me like a polyester suit in the 70s.
Oh. Ooh.
But when she's sick, she will fight herself tooth and nail before she even goes to a doctor. She finally went, and it's hard to swallow, so this week it ain't going to be fun. Nobody got that?
No, I got it.
This is why I can't just stand up.
I caught it.
My wife can't swallow. It's going to be a bad weekend. Hello.
Oh.
I got it. Because I heard swallowing.
Nah,
Like sexual.
See, I can't do it. I can't deal with the.
Yeah,
With dad in the room.
We didn't know you were done.
the
You
jokes.
know you're done.
I'll be throwing AA batteries from the stage. You're supposed to laugh. I have an applause button or a laugh button. I learned that holidays are coming up, and I'm glad that PPRN is strong. Coming up on our 10th year in May, so I'll be 50 in March, by the way, too. So.
Holy shit, you made
Congrats.
Dane, we gotta have a party.
Yeah, we do.
Got the 34s on my 50th birthday.
I bet
I would play.
invited me.
Absolutely. We'll finally
If
do
you
one
have
of
a
those
party,
songs.
let me know.
We have Manny Rex fucking rap for us. It's
Why
the
not?
50th.
Thank you.
It's a big old party, man.
50
50
years
years
young.
old, man.
50 years young. Dude.
Yeah, you gotta go to the dollar store and buy those. Your nifty and 50 fucking decorations and
Chocolate coins while we're at it.
Those motherfuckers you couldn't peel.
Get chocolate into your thumbnail. Like, good. Glad we got this.
The metal cut your finger.
Yeah, really.
And it was melted, so all you got was half of it. Chocolate coins. It's true though. All right, don't forget, download the show if you're just tuning in now. Download the show and
Spider in the back.
listen to it. And if you're hungry for Domino's, Dane works every day.
That's right.
And if you need an Uber,
That's right. You call Pete.
all right, everybody. As we say at the end of every show, buddy, stay black, y'all. And good night.
Good
All
night.
right. Bye, girl. We'll see you next week.
Bye, boo.
Bye.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Thanks for having us.